Tom Bean, my agent, is our guest for today, and I'm
shutting it down real fast if Tom has an AOL.
No, Tom, you don't understand. Tom clowns me all the time because we'll be like on some important emails, like with like another track promoter, or like Tom. There's instances where I'm kind of on an important email with you and some other people. There's instances of that. And do you think they look at my AOL, Tom, and clown me on it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you think it hurts our? Do you think it hurts our negotiation? Like, let's say we were negotiating. Okay, I'll vaguely say you'll know what I'm talking about. We're negotiating with a series to come in to our track to do something. You know what I'm talking about. The one. Remember the guy sent a back correspondence yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm on that email, but it's you. It's all the business is done through you. You just put me on the emails because it's something business. It's something that we own together, and it's our business. So you want me to know, that this potential situation might happen. And you actually are in the process of negotiating with the guy because I saw your first set of terms, and now he's come back and you've included me on that. So thank you. Now I'm not going to participate. Be like, because it's all about ticket sales and parking.
Well, with you never know. You could decide that you want to participate, and then you will. So.
Now, do I sometimes okay, first of all, the guy that's participating is an AOL guy. I'm sure our people we do business probably instantaneously think that. Be like, oh, well, Tom Bean's got his own domain. He's got TomBean.com.
Well, Elvis called. He wants his AOL.
And so, so let me, this track promoter we're dealing with, you think he sees, but look at what the other partner's got. Man, that guy's got an AOL.
Well, the track guy probably has a Hotmail, so.
You probably think.
Well, who else has AOL is Dr. Dan. I mean.
Well, hold on. So,
oh boy.
So I don't. So Tom's going back and forth.
No comment.
Tom's going back and forth. I never hardly do jump in. But Tom, when I do jump in, do I usually look stupid, or do I ever look like I'm like, I kind of know what I'm doing. I'm a decent businessman.
No comment.
Oh, come on. You're trying to say that I never, bring up a good point?
Well, never is not fair.
Right. But what would you say?
Rarely? Is that more?
What would you say percentage-wise that my injection in this negotiation, percentage-wise, what would you say is good to bad?
Well, to your point, you really don't inject very much, so
I know when to shut up.
You kind of stay in your lane, so
right.
I'll give you credit for that.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of it because I can see that it's like a real important thing. Seth, and they're talking about parking and ticket overrides and percentage this. And this and that. Like I'm not. That's not me. I'm the kind of guy that I need to make sure the surface is good and the racers are happy and the race goes off without a hitch. Other than that, I can't tell you anything about that place, Tom Bean. So I just don't say nothing. But I see I see what's going on.
That's how you're learning to be a businessman.
Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I'm not a very good. Am I a bad business person?
I mean, I think that's a self-evidencing answer to that question. I mean, come on.
Hold on. What a dick. That's a self-evidencing question. Those words would never be uttered on our Not So Smart show, would they, Seth?
No.
Maybe we're all kind of just, Seth, even as fancy as you think you are.
Okay, I'll dumb it down for you. Does that really need an answer?
Yeah, okay. I got it the first time. Thanks.
That was a left-right combo.
I know. He's such a dick. But Seth, maybe you're not all that on the intellect either. Like you're like always.
I don't think I claimed to ever be.
Yeah, I actually think on the intellect level, you in your little head are way smarter than what your mouth portrays you to be.
Yeah, it can't go from my head to my mouth.
But part of being smart is being able to efficiently and eloquently transfer it from your head to your mouth. Like Tom Bean's good. I mean, good as hell at it.
Eloquent, would you say, Bubba?
Yeah, I want to hear that word again.
Eloquent.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Laying in the bushes trying to get me on a smart word, bitch. Okay? So anyway, Lummy, like Tom Bean, that bitch, he can process this data in his little head, his little maner head, little lobster claw, and then he can blurt it right out of his mouth, and it smooth, and it sounds smart. Us, Lummy, you're Lummy, you probably know as much as Tom, but you just can't get it out, can you, buddy?
I can't get it out. Of course, I don't know as much as Tom, but it sits up there, and that's my problem. It doesn't come out, and it all gets jarbled up.
Oh, so you're saying you got some good data, but then since you're not letting it out, then it starts jarbling?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe we should get Lummy the book then,
What do you mean?
I mean, Lummy writes a book and gets it all, what's all in his head.
No, it would be jarbled on paper, too.
He gets it out.
Lummy's book will look like a children's book.
Well, Ashley will translate it and, punch it up and make it look nice.
I'll get Gene Lasker to help me write it.
Oh, man.
He can do the book on tape for you, Lummy.
Let me tell you something. One time I was in Jacksonville with Bubba.
Oh, God. I have this Gene Lasker story that I cannot say on the air. I don't even think that I could say in a podcast. I mean, I really think it could potentially be. Yeah, it could. I think it almost could be a problem. As uninsulated as podcasting is, Seth. You can pretty much say anything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think even this would potentially cause us issues with maybe our people that, because you still got to keep in mind while you're saying you're unedited and crazy stuff on podcasting that you have an agency that sells your podcast. That's how you monetize it. And if
so get your Omaha Steaks for Father's Day.
I mean, if
promo code Bubba.
If Omaha Steaks heard something, then they you can say, hey, F C D, you can say anything you want on podcasting, but you could lose a bunch of clients too.
Yeah.
So go ahead and say all you want. So there's a certain amount of filter we have on podcasting, and the Gene Lasker Jacksonville story involving this chick I was dating is a story. Oh my God, is the funniest story ever. But I couldn't even say it over there. It's just so.
We're gonna have to talk about how we can't talk about it next time Lasker's in the studio.
I'd have to tell you guys privately. I'll probably tell Tom privately. Tom, because we got to meet. Is our meeting Friday? Are we doing the Friday meeting on that email we were all on?
I think we're waiting to hear back from Mark.
From Leif Garrett.
Yeah.
No. Hey, Tom, now, I'm not trying to get too inside, okay? I'm just not. But there's only going to be about just probably two people that even know what I'm talking about. That's me and you. But when we have meetings with Mark and our buddy Ian and you and me and Mark, is Mark is he like Johnny Cool Guy, or is he Johnny Checked Out? I don't know which one is he. Because he's I know sometimes he participates a lot, and other times he just kind of sits there and stares at the wall, and then other times he's on his phone. Whereas we all pay attention. He seems like I don't know.
He just beats to the beat of his own drum.
Yeah, he's like he's almost like he's almost like a hippie, isn't he? I mean, isn't Mark Tate kind of like a hippie?
From the pizza?
Yeah, Mark Tate. That's our boy. It's me and Tom. We're doing some business with him, and yes, he owns Tate's Pizza. Oh, Tom, he's your direct competition. Tate's Pizza, Domino's Pizza.
Yeah, it's not direct competition.
You're
but
talking about
it's
one mom.
neck and
Hold on.
neck.
Are you talking about one mom and pop store versus 100 franchising stores?
Yeah,
It's not really your competition.
they sell a lot more stuff than
Pizza.
Oh,
just-
have you
just
ever gone to
pizza.
the restaurant and eaten before?
I have.
They got good food.
Yeah,
They got good food.
they do. It's really
I
good.
tell you,
King Kong does a good job.
King Kong. Have you met Tate's brother, King Kong?
I have.
Jeez, man. Everybody's got a name.
Well, the reason why we call him King Kong, his name's Dave Tate, and he's this little. You want to talk about like a hippie? He's a hippie, man. He's just like a back in the '70s like hippie, man. He's just super cool.
It's a good vibe at that place.
I think he's always a little bit high. I mean, I just think he's just super cool. He's this Johnny Cool dude. He really is. And so everything that he describes that's good or like fast or big or like let's say Seth, what would we be talking about? Like Yama. You know, we were talking about Wembanyama yesterday. I'd be like, man, he's King Kong. You'd be like, oh yeah, man, he's King. Like anything that's good.
Oh,
or
yeah,
big
yeah, I remember.
is King Kong. So that's why we call David Tate King Kong, because everything that he talks about that's good is King Kong.
Okay.
Be like, man, I saw Tom Bean today, man. You know, he's got like 100 stores, man. That bitch is King Kong.
Man, you can
just put it. It's very. You can put it in any situation.
No, I like that. Maybe I'll start trying that in my private life.
What, King Kong?
Yeah,
there you go. It's very easy to incorporate. Try once. I'll be Phoebe.
Jesus.
I'll be Phoebe, and you just got hold on. I'll be Phoebe, and you just got a really good baseball card, and
this is what we're role playing, Bubba.
Yeah. Okay. And you'd be like, I just got whatever. That's so King Kong.
Oh, come on, man.
Hey, Seth.
I'd rather say beaver.
We're not doing beaver. We're doing King Kong right now.
It's the same thing.
Okay, we won't do it anymore.
All
Jesus.
right.
God.
I just got this card. It's King Kong.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I mean,
really? You got a card? It's King Kong?
It's so King Kong, baby.
Oh, why don't you come King Kong me?
I will, but first I'm going to bang my head on this desk so I can forget I just said King Kong twice.
Rhett, how are things with you, my friend?
I'm all
Are you
right.
still dating the same chick?
Staying busy, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, things are going well.
Now, rumor has it is that you guys might be like, maybe I wasn't supposed to know this, Lummy. I know there's a lot of little cliques here at the VRN, and I'm out of all of them for some reason. I don't know
Somebody
why you guys,
spreading my business again.
I heard that you guys might be moving in together.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty. I mean, that's not Mr. Johnny successful relationship over here.
You got to do that these days, Bubba. I mean, when you find a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you lock that in. I mean, you start saving, $1,500 a month immediately.
Oh, so you're looking at it a financial deal?
I mean, it's love and finances.
Of course you are.
It's love.
Do you tell her, hey, we're going halvesies on the rent? I mean, do you tell her that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how it goes.
If a girl moves
Phoebe
in,
never helped me out with the rent.
What I'm saying is, like when you move in with a girl, you don't say, hey, halvesies on the Tom. Did Gina
in this economy? You're goddamn right. I'm saying halvesies on the rent.
Tom, was there a period of time that you and Gina lived together prior to marriage?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say you needed half the what? Hey, Gina, I know
Well,
you're
back when rent for a 3-bedroom was like $800.
I know Tom's place is a little bigger than that. I'm just saying Tom's monthly mortgage. I don't even know if he's got a mortgage. But if say you had a mortgage on the place, Tom, can you imagine?
Probably still way less than what my rent's going to be.
I mean, listen, I know what Tom Bean's house is worth, and I know how much it costs. It probably costs if Tom doesn't have any debt service. I don't know if you have any. He probably doesn't have any debt service, which means the house does not have a loan on it, because I mean he's lived there I think 25 plus years. So Tom, I'm sure it's paid off by now. But like just the lawn maintenance and utilities, and if you have an HOA fees and taxes and all that, it's probably without debt service $6,000 a month to run your home.
Yeah, probably.
Utilities, debt service, taxes, landscaping. Mr. Matt. Mr. Matt's his butler, by the way. Did you guys know that?
No.
He has a butler.
He's a butler?
Yeah, Mr. Matt.
I do not have a butler.
Bull crap.
Is there a Mr. Matt?
There's a Mr. Matt.
Does he stay on the premises?
Yes, he does. And he does everything like he's Johnny Oddjobber. Like, he could one day be cutting the lawn.
That's going to be your job when you lose it all again, Bubba.
Working for being Tom Bean's, but well, you know what? Mr. Matt's about ready to die.
Oh, Jesus.
So Mr. Matt's old as hell. So if he would kick the bucket, I'd be like, hey, Tom, man, the radio thing didn't work out at all, but you think, man, I could be your butler? He'd say, hell no, I don't want you living with me. God dang, are you stupid? You can mow the lawn, I'll give you $50 or something, but God. I actually would just go to Tom and say, hey, Tom, let me go to one of your Domino's stores and work my ass off, and I will quickly be the manager, because I, am not nearly as dumb as you think I am. I'm very smart. I'm very attentive. I mean, attentive? What is that? I'm very attentive. You know that
Tom said, "Go take that crap to Hungry Howie's."
And Tom knows, man. I'm a worker. Like I'm a worker.
I think Tom last month said he'd set you up maybe as a driver.
Well, if I had to go as a driver, I would, and I'd be the best damn driver there was.
Oh, please,
I would. I would be like, literally, I would take pride in getting that pizza there.
You'd have Merch Crick running it around too.
You know what? Yeah, she's retired. Like she can't make money.
You would try to bang any senior in a bathrobe that came to the door.
No, I would not. No, but I'd have the smart car, if they make him drive your own cars, which gets about 38 miles to the gallon. And I would be, I would be the pizza driving-us delivery dude. So about 3 months into that, of course, I can always call the owner at any time. But I'm gonna be like, hey, I'll call Tom. Did you see my numbers last week? Be like, yeah. Be like, man. You think that might be assistant manager, kind of level deal? Then I'd be the assistant manager, and then I'd be the manager because, I would just get the manager fired in some way, shape, or form. And then next thing I know, I'm managing one of Tom's stores. And then, maybe I become the regional dude. Probably not.
Now speak it into existence, Bubba.
Do you guys still have those
I think I just
cars?
asked Tom, can I just do something, But like
you're asking a lot of them, including just to be here today, Bubba.
I know.
Take it easy on the man.
But I love the dynamic that he brings. I really do. It's a fun dynamic because we can get into stuff like this. It's very personal and inside and close, and the fans like it. Let me. The fans have spoken. I've seen the forums, and they like Tom Bean.
They do.
They hate everything else. Let me just tell you. I'm just going to tell you, if you look at the Facebook comments and you look at the YouTube comments and you look at the X comments, that's kind of what I look at, along with the show emails. This is kind of an overall snapshot, okay?
Okay.
And then you guys let me know. Listen, I don't go to Reddit because I don't go there. I'm not reading that stuff, okay? And you know what? You guys shouldn't either. It's just so mean-spirited. And we could never do anything right there.
Well, sometimes you learn stuff about the show through there.
No, you don't. You learn to hate the show there. So please don't go there.
Okay.
It just indoctrinate.
And we should not post under fake names either.
No, I know. No, of course you shouldn't.
Okay. I'll stop posing as Dr. Dan.
So anyway, Lummy, and the snapshot of all the data that I get goes like this: they hate Dan and Jay, hate them.
Well,
I mean, just because they're like, man, they make it the Dan and Jay show. Like they need to chill out a little bit, especially Dan. They're like, they think Dan needs to back it off a notch. It's like they think Dan needs to stop sucking Trump's D so much. Now, see, that's where Dan needs to understand. Like the way I play it, I'm probably going to vote for Trump, but I'm not going to sit here and just give him deep oral every show. I'm going to be a little critical. I'm going to say that he's a little shot out of the cannon. I'm going to say that,
I think people like that about Dan.
But I know.
I think there's,
he is such a Trumpster that if you take the statistics of those that like it versus those that don't, I would say it's 50-50, so it's polarizing and good, but people are very, very vocal about it. Then, they hate when I do interviews, they say I interrupt the guests too much. I look at this stuff. I can be critical. I can self-police.
I mean that
I almost can't have Tom in here because when I'm in here shucking and jiving and lying a little bit, Tom can totally call me out. Be like, no, you can't. You can't self-police. Do you want me to tell you how many stories of how many times I've told you not to do something and you did it?
Your interview style is unique. It's kind of like you throw an alley-oop to yourself,
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm working on that, all right? I'm working on that. I'm really working on it. So let me think. The overall snapshot of the show. Seth, I got to get to you too. Yes, okay?
Okay, great.
Going through everybody right now. This is like almost an on-air evaluation, okay?
All right. I feel pretty loved, so.
And I got Tom Bean here, and he'll keep me in check, okay? Because he knows enough. He knows enough about the show and the business, and he knows the money aspect of it and everything.
Because you've listened to me so much over the years.
If I listened to you over the years, we wouldn't be we wouldn't be where we were today, my friend. We would be in a far better situation. I'm just saying.
And Tom, you want to be on the air right now.
Had I listened to you, we probably would still be with Beasley and be syndicated all across America, along with having the same digital thumbprint that we have now.
And I wouldn't have had to get up at 4:30 in the morning to be here today.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to listen, I have you on as a guest because one, I think it's good for the show, and two, I think deep down you kind of like it. I think you kind of like it because it's in all the years of you being my agent, you've never participated at this level. And I deep down think that you probably, do like the show and do like us. But if it's a pain in your ass, you don't have to do it on Wednesdays. But it's people like your dynamic that you bring. So, I mean, if you don't want to do it on Wednesdays, that's fine. I mean, whatever, Lummy, right?
Yeah, I mean, but I think you have fun, right, Tom?
We don't know. We got to ask him. Tom, do you have fun being with us at 6 in the morning?
It's amazing.
Or would you rather sleep in?
It's
or
amazing.
Chase some Pokemons?
I can't think of anything else I'd rather do.
I think deep down, because you're so stiff, you never really, honest to God, the one thing I really, Tom never really gives me any big attaboys. He never does. And I yearn for them. I do. I literally yearn to be praised by him, and I never do. He's like Vince Lombardi.
Do you want one for what would you want one for selling out the gold shoes or something?
No. No. Hold on. Like this. Like for instance, this. And he's gonna say he's done it a few times, but he doesn't do it a lot. So I'll work all day on the track. I'll work. I'll get there when we have race. Tom Bean and I own the track together at Bubba Raceway Park. Oh, I'm sorry. We've renamed it Ocala Speedway. And so, Lummy, we've owned Ocala Speedway together since 2011, okay? And it's just me and him. It's me and Tom. That's it. Well, I mean, with a Ken kicker. Me, Tom, Ken, and Billy. That's kind of
that's the crew.
Tom, wouldn't you say, Tom? That's kind of the Bubba. That's kind of the Ocala Speedway posse. Me, you, Kenny, and Billy.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I go when we have races, like we have one on the 29th. So I'll go up, Lummy, and I went up there 2 weekends ago.
Yes.
And did I spent the night in my little trailer, and I'm kind of thinning out the back brush area for next year when we have the Lucas Super Late. I want that whole area. I'm dressing up the grounds, working on the back brush a little bit, and then the track needed graded. And I needed to scrape the pits, and I needed to scrape the X because rain brings all the material down and down into the cement portion of the X part of the track. So you gotta skid steer all that out. So I spent literally probably 14 hours on the track, and and so I have to do that the Friday before we have a race on Saturday. So I have to get up there. I get there by noon on Friday. I work all day on the track Friday. Clear up until we have to turn the lights off, till dark. So I work noon to 8 on the track, making sure it's perfect. Then race day, I'm up at 8 o'clock working on the track, Lummy, making sure there's enough water, making sure we got it sheep's footed, making sure the berm, just, all the track stuff. People don't realize that when you got a dirt track, you got to keep it wet, you got to keep it packed all day long. You just don't throw water on it, at 5 o'clock, day of the race and you're ready to go. It's an art. So then the track will be beautiful. It'll be absolutely just beautiful. It's about it's 3 o'clock. It's exactly, because that's when he gets there. Now I've been there since noon on Friday, and Johnny Biggs, and I drove an 04 Crown Vic up there, and Johnny 2025 Genesis G90 rolls in with the bank, which means he's got 25 grand. He's got he's just all that, and his judge gun. And he goes in his office and gets things all set up. Then he always comes out to the track, and he looks at the track. And sometimes the track's beautiful at that point. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's just been sheep's footed, Lummy. It's just it's just really beautiful.
No, there's One Eye Billy and Drunk Dave put it over.
Well, yeah, of course. But perfect, yeah. Tom just looks at it, and then he'll just walk away. Oh. Very rarely does he say, "Man, you really, 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 really got man, you busted it. You really, man, I saw the back 40, you thinned all that out, and I saw that you really busted your ass, and the track looks good. I'm excited for tonight." Instead, this is how it is. Think we're gonna have enough cars tonight? I don't know. Hope so. Me too. It'd suck, man, if we didn't. I know. All right. See you later. Bye.
Chat said you give yourself enough attaboys that you don't need it from anybody else.
Like, Tom, and so like, Tom, Lummy, I'll be doing that track all day and I got the skid steer and I'm clearing out all the bend blocks. I mean, I'm really just every little nook and cranny trying to make it look perfect. And while I'm doing, I'm like, man, you think Tom Payne will actually say, man, good track today. God, that track looks great.
Do you remember the last time you did?
I don't know. Ask him.
Has it been a couple years?
Probably like last November.
I think he's just feeling sorry for himself. I mean, it's ridiculous. I tell him that it looks good all the time. He's actually the most, tough on himself. If any little problem, he gets all bent. So I'm like, the track is great. Relax.
He does. Sometimes he has to talk me off the ledge, Seth, because I'd be like, Tom. Be like,
so now the truth comes out. See, a minute ago, I didn't
You were a
do
dick,
anything, and now I'm talking him off the ledge.
no, because here's the deal, buddy.
It's very convenient.
That's part
Just
of
like you're in there telling me at 3 o'clock in the morning, Tom, I really appreciate you staying here till 3 o'clock in the morning to deal with these jobber, racers and pay everybody and manage all this stuff and, be able to lose money and have to put money in to pay the bills on Tuesday. I appreciate that, Tom, because I get those a lot, too.
Do you?
No. No.
See, Tom.
Boy, well, you're a one-way prick, Bubba, aren't you?
I think
In the superhighway of life, sometimes you feel like you're in the breakdown lane with Bubba.
Oh, shit.
Wow, hold on. Let's analyze that in life in itself. Sometimes when you're with Bubba in life, you're in the breakdown
On the
lane.
superhighway.
On the superhighway of life. Like
You feel like you're in the breakdown lane.
right. You're talking about those kind of highways like that go through Atlanta that's got like 8 lanes on each side, right? Like
Or the Autobahn.
Yeah. It feels like you're on the life Autobahn, which means you can go as fast as you want. And when you're with me, we're over there with the jack underneath the car trying to put a buddy tire on.
Trying to make sure you don't take a lick on 75 in the breakdown lane.
Tom, I mean, you're right. I start feeling sorry for myself, and then Tom instantaneously brings up something super smart that I completely, didn't remember, and then really it's me, not him. It's because he does many a times. I've looked at the like we've been done for the night, and I've been like, God dang it! I think I missed. I think I was one load of water short, Tom, and then Tom would be like, No, listen, man, nobody popped tires. Didn't rubber down. There was 2 or 3 grooves of racing on the couple races that I watched. Nobody said anything about it at the because that's where they all bitch at the pay where they get their money, Lummy. That's where they'll tell you what they thought about the whole night. Tom's like, we haven't got anybody complaining about it. I think you're good.
And Bubba's there a lot to field those complaints at the payout.
No,
window.
I'm not.
Is he gone?
He's so right. Yeah, but hold on. Here's what I tell Merch Crick sometimes. So she has asked me before. It's been like 11:30, and we're like already in Wildwood. All right, Lummy?
Oh, you're gone.
I mean, like literally after the last. After the last race, as soon as the checker flag is flown, I'm literally running out of the tower and running to my car that Merch Crick has already pre-packed up, and we're out of there. Tom, meanwhile, there's nights that he doesn't get out of there till 3:30, but Tom, so when Merch Crick has asked me a few times, man, don't you feel bad about Tom, having to be there so late, like, we're leaving. Don't you think we should stay a little bit longer and help? And I turned to her and I goes, I've been here since noon yesterday. He understands. He gets it. See, that would be my rebuttal back to you, and I think you would understand. Like, okay, I get it. I mean, you can get out of there first.
Right. I don't need you to thank me for that, but
plus, there's
I guess I'll start thanking you for getting there early,
and I'll start thanking you for staying late. Okay, just to be a big thank you fest,
so we can give each other participation trophies.
And here's the deal. Now that if I thank you and you thank me, we're just gonna both, think it's stupid because we've already predetermined that we have to do it, and we'll just make fun of the situation.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Congratulations. Here's your
No problem.
Your participation trophy.
Hey, Bubba, since I know that the track isn't Tom Bean's favorite thing.
Oh, he hates it. Well, you don't understand. He hates it more than anything in life.
So
he'd rather go get a root canal on Saturday than go to the track.
Somebody's chat, who I don't think we reference enough, our buddy Airtight Ski Pole, who bestows a lot of wisdom and also sarcasm upon us. But he did say the track would look better with warehouses and industrial buildings on it.
Can I get an amen?
And Tom says, and Tom says, you know what, Airtight Ski Pool, I'll give you 10% if you can broker that deal, buddy. I mean,
I was starting to think that he was not being sarcastic when he said that. I was thinking he made a lot of sense.
If Tom had it his way, man, we would have sold that place 5 years ago, and it would be some type of industrial situation that needed a rail spike, because that's one of the things that we got. That's kind of, I think in commercial property world, if you have a rail spike, I think that adds value to your property, I think.
Well, potentially, depending on what you're doing. If you're warehousing and you're, getting materials shipped, having a rail spur could be helpful.
Yeah, I said it wrong. Rail spur. Now, is it cheaper to put things on train? Like, I'm just thinking about shipping. I only ship UPS, FedEx. But I think the next level of shipping is train. Like, how do you ship train? Like, where do you go? Where do you go and drop off your stuff to be shipped by a train?
Train yard.
Oh. I mean, like, do we have a train yard here in Tampa?
Yeah, we have one.
Of course.
Yeah, we have a couple.
So, like,
we actually have one up the street.
So, let me, like, if you...
Are
they by the ports at all?
So you go down there?
Yeah.
Do you go down there and walk in the office and say, hey, I got I don't know, something big enough to fit in a train car that I got to ship to Warsaw, Indiana. And, like, they'll give you the price, and eventually that train will, leave Tampa and go to a yard and sit somewhere, and somebody that's going north picks it up, and it eventually gets there.
It's somewhat like shipping on a container.
Yeah,
somewhat,
but not really. Most people that are using rail are doing a large quantity. You're not going to do a one-off.
Now,
I meant like a whole rail, like cars. Like they do cars on there.
Is rail cheaper than trucking?
I think.
Well, it can be. It can be more expensive too. It just depends on the whole logistics of what you're shipping.
Man, I
didn't
even think about rail logistics. There's got to be. I mean, there's probably a whole world of just rail logistics and dispatchers and things like all that.
How come we don't have any train conductors that listen to the show like we have truck drivers?
I don't know. And I think a train conductor, like,
you don't meet a lot of train conductors.
Does the train know where it's going, or does the train conductor got to drive it? Does the train?
It's a great question,
man. Does the train conductor goes, oh my God, there's a.
Oh, I hope they're driving it. I mean,
they're on the tracks.
It'd be pretty bad if you got trains out there with conductors not driving the trains.
No, what I'm saying
all
is,
they do is put on the hat, Bubba, and the train does the work.
Like with airlines. Now, Tom, you know everything about aviation. They're in the big airlines. The passenger airlines, the autopilots are so good now that they literally hit a button and it can take them right to the gate. Like, even taxi them to the gate. Like, that's, now all, we know Tidwell and stuff who flies for a commercial airlines. And he's like, they like the rules within I guess the pilots union is that they like to hand fly all landings 80% of the time.
Neil Mount Plaisir, 50, love Tom Bean.
Thank you, Neil Mount Plaisir. And the only reason why they even let the autopilot land at 20% of the time is just so that they know the autopilot landing gimmick is working. But most airlines, the pilots flying the plane, takeoff and landing. But other than that, they just hit a button and am I right, Tom? Once they get to a certain altitude, they just hit a button and it goes. I'm sure they could do that for trains too, right?
You looking for another job if this doesn't work out, Bubba?
What, train AI?
I mean,
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
I did a kick-ass train ride from Los Angeles to San Diego.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah, passenger trains have got to be easier to dispatch than cargo.
Yeah,
cargo's probably a little harder.
There were so many delays on the train that could add like an extra week to it. It's like a perfect time if there's no delays, you know, you keep it going.
Right.
It took like a week extra, and I think he lost like a half a container of it because he just didn't figure it out.
I gotta say this, and I hope it's not political. I really wish we had that fucking train to fucking Orlando.
I know.
That they rejected that money for years ago.
But
I think it was Rick Scott, right?
Yeah, but it was Rick
Rick
Scott's the one that fucking rejected it. Yes.
Because most of the trains, I mean, it's I know a lot of cars. The car one here is in what's that, Town and Country?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff that goes on trains. I mean, you know, but it is more, it's not refrigerated.
What up, Grouper Lips?
See refrigerated train cars a lot.
Yeah,
You know.
he found one from Tampa to Seattle.
Yeah. You know, oil, gas, you know, all different types of, you know, liquids, lumber, a lot of shipping containers too, you know.
Cars,
Yeah, a lot of cars.
not coal, right? Like she said, fossil fuels,
Yeah.
oil,
What up, Neil?
or gas. I should say probably gas, right?
Lots of different, well,
Gary, what's
Lots
up,
of-
man? Got your text.
you know, different types of gas. You know, I mean, actual, you know, industrial gas.
Trying to think of a couple things.
Those types of things go on
Natural gas.
rail car a lot.
What's up, Maria?
No, it
Just
just,
diesel.
you know, just, you know, argon.
We need another
you know, all
baking
those
video.
crazy gases that,
Like the ones that
Yeah.
flip over in East
I
Palestine.
mean, I'm not in charge of that
Right.
department at all. I just think, you know, just as a disgusting male, I think that we just need another video. That's all. What's up, Dutch Duke? Bubba's my god. Shit, I can't say that out loud. Neil Mount Plaisir. That's a good. I like saying that name. So everybody, we're going back to 6-minute breaks. Should be pretty cool for people that like to do stuff in between. What up, Storage Shed? Stop it, Stumpy. Not me. We're only as strong as the weakest link, Stumpy, and I'm the weakest link. Check out Clement Kush from yesterday. And make sure you go to eBay Motors and all the other pre-rolls that they have. What's up, Danny? Yeah, they always tell me my last name's cool when I go to the weed store. All right, I'll take it, Travis. Thank you. It was a big day yesterday. Bubba was strong yesterday. Came out of the gate yelling about Cantrell size 14s and, man, took it to the wire to wire.
which site do you usually get the most viewers on?
Rumble, YouTube, X are our top three. Rumble, YouTube, X, and then Facebook.
Twitch does a little bit better than Facebook.
Yeah.
It was Twitch.
So I pretty much stay on YouTube. I pretty much watch it. I monitor us on YouTube. Those are my friends over there. My friends are at YouTube. Like, I mean, that would be almost interesting to describe because you're in charge of all this. The different cliques, like, are the hardcore original OGs? Are they Twitchers?
Yeah, they're on Twitch. Rumble's a little more aggressive.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get into this.
You got Bubba live now. If you go through withdrawals later,
Easy fix.
get your fix at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to the BRN.
Don't forget, Saturday, 1 to 3. I don't know if a lot of, networks or even radio stations or personalities that are celebrating Juneteenth. Even African-American radio stations aren't doing really anything for Juneteenth. And we got our huge blowout this Saturday, 1 to 3. It's the debut of the Cash Cube. This is like the dry run of our little promotional, social media promotion gimmick that we're going to start doing at all major events.
That's right.
And we're using this littler event, which is the Latin Sons Juneteenth gimmick. This Saturday at Latin Sons, 2400 Martin Luther King South in St. Pete. The event's 1 to 3. That's when our little booth is going to be open. We'll probably get there a little bit earlier. But just please know.
It's good to have a littler event at a little booth.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm just saying, you said it was littler, and it's little, so you're using little a lot. I thought you were big time.
Well, this
is the Bubba the Love Sponge.
I understand
right?
that.
Big time.
But listen to me. We're starting this new thing, this Cash Cube, and we've never done it yet. And you're not even familiar with it.
But don't you want to promote things as being big?
Yeah, but this is we're doing a scaled down, dry run through at a smaller event, so that when we debut our big Cash Cube,
is it smaller or littler?
I don't know.
I'm just curious. I just inquiring minds want to know.
I don't know the difference.
Well, do you want to treat everything like that Kia guy did, Futula or whatever his name was?
Yeah, that's Bubba, right?
I know.
Yeah, huge.
Billy Fusillo?
Fusillo, that's what it was.
Yeah. He's dead.
All right, well, R.I.P. Well,
so anyway,
he lived life, man.
Tom, it's like saying this. When you open up a Domino's Pizza, do you have a soft opening? So that you can, where you really aren't hitting what your grand opening on, you're having a soft opening, and, or do you just go balls out, grand opening, and you didn't do any dry runs, you didn't do nothing?
The concept behind a soft opening is you don't talk about it.
Well, radio and pizzas are way different. So you know what? Just deal with the pizza side of it. Here's the deal.
I get it. So you want to talk about things in a little way because that's beneficial for your show. I get it.
No, you don't understand what we're talking about here. We have to do a dry run of this big time promotion. I think it's going to be huge when it's the Morgan Wallen concert.
Oh yes.
So we're going to the Morgan Wallen concert with this promotional concept. And we want to have had done one of these and worked out all the kinks.
Right, but you can still say it's huge. It's a big deal, but it's our test run. It's our
great, ladies and gentlemen.
We're checking it out
this Saturday night.
You guys can all come out and tell us how cool it is and how amazing it was, and what a great idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I could, but I can't. I wish I could tell Tom to shut up sometimes. But I can't.
Well, if you could, it would be this show. This would be the only place.
No, I don't. I don't really feel. I'm not comfortable telling him to shut up in any capacity.
But you're pretty much telling him to shut up.
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how to peel back my onion.
Yes.
But he's really good at ignoring me, so he's good at that.
Yeah, because I know that
he won't tell me to shut up, but he can ignore me.
You guys might be close to needing to go to couples therapy.
I know.
I think there'd be a lot of layers to peel back there.
No, I just get blamed for it all.
You can just keep talking, but I'm not paying attention to what you're saying. Blah 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 blah. I got you.
So anyway, Lummy, guess what?
Yeah, guess what's up?
Latin Sons this Saturday, 1 to 3. It's huge. It's going to be unbelievable.
Pigmentation comes out today. We talk about the people that are afraid to go down there.
And you know what that is?
Yeah, get your.
Is that a huge event?
That's a
huge podcast. Huge podcast.
Huge podcast. Huge event.
Get your Donald Trump on. Come on.
Huge amount of money to win. It's
got to be amazing.
Huge ability for us to learn, Lummy, how to really, really get it dialed in.
It's
a huge deal.
Craig's going to be moving and shaking, and Rio's going to be cutting hair.
$10,000 in the Diaco Law Cash Cube. It's just it's going to be an unbelievable deal, and everybody walks away a winner. Once you spin the prize wheel, you can get some Bubba Army, you can get a Bubba Army koozie. You could get a Bubba Army T-shirt. You could get a Bubba Army hat.
Sunglasses.
You can get a Bubba Army sunglasses.
You can get a picture with Auntie Unk if you're a fan of the pod.
Yeah.
She lives behind the store, so.
Yeah, so all of that and more.
Is that the crack one?
And
yes.
So, Tom, listen to this. I stole this concept from this YouTuber in Gainesville, okay? And he's got a stereo shop in Ocala. And I go to and I'm at the Gator Nationals, up there seeing Tony, and I see this big long line of people in this little tent with a prize wheel, and that's it. No cash cube, no nothing. And so all you had to do though, and this guy was kind of like a gangster wannabe, kind of like a Jelly Roll wannabe, and his name, I think his name's Joe or something. And his gimmick is these big fat like Run DMC gold chains. That's what he wears. That's like his gimmick. So everybody was wanting these plastic, China made replica ones. These little how when you go to events, people want beads and stuff like that.
Gasparilla.
Yeah, well, these were these big, and so you were spinning the wheel to win one of these big honking replica, plastic chains that probably cost him 2 cents a piece to make in China, or a pair of his branded sunglasses, and then there was one little sliver that you could win like a set of speakers, like some cheap ass car speakers. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot, and all you had to do to spin the wheel was go and to his YouTube channel, and the person that was working the wheel, you had to go and sign up to his YouTube channel. You had to boom, sign up, and then they let you spin the wheel. Well, Tom, that's what we're doing. But we have a $10,000 cash cube as the ultimate payoff. So you come up, you show Lummy or Merch Crick or whoever's working the line. Oh no, hold on, Lummy. We're far more advanced than that.
Yes.
Can we show Tom our sandwich board? I mean, Tom being the businessman that he is, he's really gonna be like, wow, that's pretty smart. Did Lummy go get it?
No, I'm gonna grab it now. I'll see if Macho got up.
All right, just bring the sandwich board so that Tom can fully wrap his head around that. And
Is it wrong that I hate the term sandwich board?
I think I know. But
I know that's what it's called. It's just, I don't know. It drives me crazy for some reason.
I wish it was. Maybe Tom will know that this in advertising these things are called something.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to change it universally. I'm just saying for some reason that word it gets under my skin. You got any word? I don't. Never mind.
I'm trying to say.
You know how moist bothers some people? All right, never mind.
No, what I'm saying is I don't know what else to call this.
I know
thing.
you're fine. You're not. Don't change anything for me. I'm just opening up to you, Bubba. I'm just letting you know.
I'm just saying, what takes so long? I thought the sandwich board was just right outside the door.
I know. I thought I'd be able to kill time by saying that word bothered me. And we're still not even having it.
I thought I could dance with you enough that we could go back and forth, and it would be here by now.
We're gonna have to get into the Hunter Biden gimmick.
We're treading water here, and Lummy is
drowning.
Absolutely killing us.
I'm holding Bubba, and he's taking me right under.
No, literally, it's literally right outside the door. Like, what would take so long just to grab it?
Should we just tell Tom that it's a giant QR code?
Well, no.
No. Okay, we shouldn't.
Like for real. Like even if you had guys.
What? You mad at me?
The time it's taking.
They're still not. There's no. It's not even close. It's not.
I just saw it yesterday, and it literally all you have to do is take the corrugated cardboard and stick it in its panel. That's all you got to do, and then bring it here. It weighs like 1 pound. It's made out of plastic. And last time I checked, it was literally right there in the corner, right by Manson's old office. That's right where it was. Lummy, what in the hell?
Lummy, you don't know what we just went through.
So Tom, we have this on display as the line is forming. We asked people to shoot. What?
Just this show, man. It's so funny.
Do you actually have a sandwich board that you're putting that on?
Oh, okay. Hold on. I don't even know. I can't. I'm embarrassed.
He said it's not even a sandwich.
I'm embarrassed. I thought my people were far back. I thought
it got moved, and then we need some new stickies for it, so it can stick to the sandwich board.
No, I thought. Remember, it was made so that it was a little bit bigger, and it wedged itself in there. Is how the last one was. So you guys made
Merch Crick brought it in.
So what? Did she bring in the right one?
I got to put it in then. Hold on.
Look at me. Look, hold on.
That's a good sign. Free money. That'll get some attention.
That's a good
not-
fiance
that's not
right
what
there.
That's not what we're not using. Just
Did Tom know you guys were engaged? Oh, sorry. Did I say, what?
shut up.
No.
God.
No.
All of my
Hold
employees.
on.
I am-
Hold on.
I am
No.
just-
I did not.
That's crazy. You didn't tell him, Bubba.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Lummy, I'm embarrassed.
Whatever.
I'm embarrassed about, like, I wanted you guys to come rolling in with this one. That's far more impressive. Tom's going to totally think that that's a cool thing compared to the hodgepodge that you brought in.
Well, when people move things and I don't know where they're at, it was in the hallway.
How much were you scrambling back there?
I
Were
was
you just
running-
going crazy?
Yes.
All right, so Tom,
This is
well,
a big operation. Things can get lost out there.
And I got lost in the hallway. It's a big
well,
big
especially
building.
when we have an event that we're getting things ready for. We have.
but it's
we
a
need-
littler event.
And no, it's a huge-
it's
a huge-
probably lower on the totem pole, less important, littler.
It's a huge event, Tom.
That's huge, Tom. You gotta get it. Huge. That's huge, Tom. You gotta get it. Huge. What is that? It's huge, Tom. Huge.
So Tom, we have a tent. We have a brand new tent we just had made that's got Bubba Army HQ instead of BTLS.com or all the domains that we don't have. We have a brand new tent, 10 by 20 tent that we made that's got Bubba Army. That's BubbaArmyHQ.com. It also has this QR code, and when you shoot this QR code, Mike Rowe and Macho Man specifically made this landing page, which is, I think I have it.
Yeah, it's
Here it is.
Bubba411.com.
Hold on here. So when you shoot that QR code, Tom, this is what comes up on your phone. The listen live, Bubba Army HQ gimmick, our YouTube, our X, our Facebook, and our Instagram. That's what comes up on your phone. And then you go down here and if you want to spin the prize wheel, you follow us on at least one, and we're going to try to work you for all four. So, you got to, then once you've shown our handler that you've signed up, then you get to spin the wheel.
And this is a different gimmick than the cash cube. So you have a prize wheel and a cash cube.
The prize wheel
Tom.
is how you figure it out.
Tom.
So you spin the wheel, and if you get the correct spot on the wheel,
Yes.
you get the cash cube.
Yes, there's a 1 in 12 chance that you'll get the 1 in 11. There you go. See,
I like the Wheel of Fortune sound.
Yeah, you like that. See, it's very AMSRSEZ. So Tom, I put all this together. So we're gonna get everybody sign up. We'll probably get 300, 400, 500 signups, that day. And also now we're also gonna be the whole event's gonna be live on YouTube. We have a big 55-inch screen TV monitor with a stand. So the whole event will be live, and then you can go back and rewatch it on our YouTube channel. And then, there's going to be people in the cash cube. And let me have to the rules are you got to tuck your shirt in.
Correct.
You cannot grab from the floor. And that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
15 seconds.
We're not even putting that air dam against the side deal because nobody knows about that. Only Rhett did.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And because you're a baller, it's all hundreds.
no,
we
it's
got $2 bills in there.
no, Tom, because it's
I'm just kidding.
We got
there's only
singles.
there's only really 10 100s in there. But thanks for kicking my ass.
No,
There's a bunch of 20s in there. So anyway, they're going to go in there for 15 seconds and try to grab as much money as they want. And it's going to be, everybody want to watch that. That's funny.
Yeah,
People in there grabbing that.
I agree.
So which now we're promoting the brand, getting them to sign up to one of our avenues that we can monetize them, and creating great content with the cash cube. Because listen, if I'm on Facebook or YouTube and I'm down a rabbit hole and I see cash cube, I'm just gonna click on it. I click on that and girl DUIs. Those are my two things I gotta click on. So, and so now you're building up your social numbers, and then all this knick-knack stuff. We didn't pay a lot of money for them. I bought them in huge increments, and so even if you don't get in the cash cube, you still get a pair of sunglasses, or a hat, or a T-shirt, or a koozie, or a Bubba Army black duck, Jeep and duck. they'll get something. They'll walk away with something. Don't you think it's a great idea?
I think it's an amazing idea.
Thanks.
Congratulations. So forward thinking, really good for your brand. I think it's a great idea.
See, thank you. But, now, Zeth, you don't know if it's patronization or it's, just truly deep from.
Oh, I know. It's definitely patronization.
It's definitely
But you should have, I think you should have told them that you got engaged.
Oh,
but why tell me the important things?
so
I mean,
I guess I'm engaged.
well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Is Tom Bean coming?
No.
No.
Even though I'm the one that married Tom. By the way, I married Tom. I'm the one that married Tom. I bet you Tom regrets that now.
No, why would I regret
Well,
it?
because you and your wife are never going to be divorced, so your anniversary numbers are going to keep going up and up, and it'll be your 25th. You'll be a little bit older.
It was a great day. It was an amazing day.
You're going to be like, so you're going to be at some real, you're going to be at some, billionaires domino franchise party and be like, oh, you and your wife 25th. Where did you guys get married at? Who married you?
Nobody asked who married you.
That's true.
Yeah, nobody asks that.
Maybe I'm just trying to make it about me. I'm sorry.
It's okay, but everybody needs that joke at their wedding. Like like when I married Phoebe, like Tim Clark got arrested, her boss, and then
Right.
and then 93.3 FLZ put his mugshot on a billboard the next day. Like everybody needs like that thing. So that might be a thing where like Bubba married us. Isn't that funny?
And my gift to him was Heather and Bubba wine. That was my gift to him. I said, I hope your marriage works out better than this one did. That's what I said when I was marrying him. I go, hey, and I said, Tom, I know you got a prenup. Tom, what do you do when you marry the lawyer in town that happens to be one of the things that your wife is noted for, among a lot of things, but not only is she a great family attorney. And by the way, if you're thinking about getting a divorce, go meet with Gina, because if you meet with her, just get a consultation, then that means your wife can't get her. Your wife, because you don't want to be on the other side of Regina Hunter. You just don't want it. Like, oh God, this bitch is unbelievable. I've heard about her on the Bubba show and all. I'm not trying. I can't mention any names.
Well, maybe get a consultation to actually hire her.
Yeah, no, that's the best thing. Hire if you can, but even if you can't hire her for whatever reason, because times are tight, at least invest $200 so you don't got her against you. That's what I'm saying. For the guys out there that, Regina, she's divorced of a lot of famous people. Let me just say that. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't know any names, but I just
the Vinix.
I'm just telling you, Regina Hunter has been on some very. She has been the counsel or one of the attorneys for some very famous people. Period.
Tom Cruise.
I'm not getting into it. I can't get into it, but Gina is. I wouldn't say the divorce. You could say the divorce attorney for the stars. She has divorced a lot of very important, very popular,
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Very, very, very fun. A lot of money, like a lot of money.
Eddie Money.
No, Eddie's dead. But what I'm saying is, like, she's the bomb. So Tom, when you marry that chick, and one of the things that she's known for in this area is having one of the best templates for a prenup. Like, her prenup has been challenged and never been it's never not held up. Like, she has the prenup game down. Like, she is the prenup person. Like, there's lawyers that'll say, hey, listen, if you got I'd love to represent you, but Regina Hunter from Hunter Law, that bitch, she's got the prenup. So she's the prenup. So Tom, when you're marrying the woman that made the most ironclad kick-ass prenup, do you sign one even? Like, I'm saying, when you're going against the person that has the most baddest ass prenup, so she's going to ask you to sign that one. How do you what do you guys do? I bet you guys don't even have one.
We don't.
Because that's how cool you are. Because if something would happen between you and Gina, you're both like so cool about it. You'd just be like, whatever, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, you get that, I get this, no problem. I still like you. You're my friend. It's cool. I'm sorry it didn't work out. It's my fault. I'm a dick. Track.
Nothing.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I bought the track. That's what breaks them up. Is the track.
Yeah, that could be the thing.
No, it could not. Please don't say that to me. I get so nervous about you and the track. I'm like the entire time I'm nervous. Like, oh, I know he hates being here, but I hope he's not mean. I get so worried. So sometimes I do call Gina and be like, hey man, can you be a little more enthusiastic about the track and not give Tom such a hard time? And she says, no and yes. Meaning, no, I cannot pretend to like the track, but yes, I cannot mess with Tom about it so much. Lummy, guess what I got? And I forgot all about this, and I just logged into our account, and I think we need to make some drastic changes here.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
And we never promote our Cameo.
No, I got one a month ago.
I just got one.
Oh, nice.
Yesterday, and it was for a guy and his two sons. We're wishing him happy Father's Day, and there was a little Iggy I had to say, and I just did it this morning. But I was like, man, we should start promoting our cameos again for Father's Day and various other things. But we got to make some changes here.
Just a little bit.
Because there's some people that work, that don't work here no more.
No.
So, Lummy, I'm on the back end of it, like the being able to edit end. I'm on the business end of it, and I can't figure out. Yeah, I mean, look. So,
she doesn't even have a perfect rating. Oh no, she only has a 4.5.
That's when you don't actually do them.
Oh no!
I make sure I got my 5.
Slowing down on the backstretch.
So, what I'm saying is, Lummy, maybe after the show or something like that, you guys can help me figure out how to edit. Like I need to, Caveman. I need to delete him.
Yep.
Colton probably needs to be changed to Colton because I don't think he's bottom boy, right? Like Seth, he doesn't.
Well, I mean, I
He
don't.
still has the outfit.
I think he would bust it out for $10.
Yeah, true. All right, so
I think he's clearing about $750 off that deal.
I mean, if all.
It's about that.
If all Colton has to do is put on this outfit to make $7.50, he's doing it
all day.
Now, Kush, you don't even look like this. Like this looks like some rapper from New York.
Okay, man. I don't. Sorry.
No.
What do you want me to do? I mean, I look like Fat Joe.
Do you want to change your picture? Keep it.
I feel insecure about it now. I don't know.
I think you should keep it. It makes you look a little more rugged than you really are.
Okay.
That guy looks rugged. You're a pussy.
Well, I mean, at least.
All right. So
what's Dan charge for a cameo?
$65.
$65, more than I do. What a dick, Lummy. I think that picture is pretty much on brand.
Yeah, I get a lot of the cameos that want goats in it, so it's perfect.
Here you are. You're a rugged of a man, and it looks like you're maybe like a goat shepherd.
That's right.
You're a goat shepherd.
They like the goats in it.
That's when he was a broken man too.
This guy here, he's no longer with us.
Nope.
I can see why he was wanting to hide his identity.
You guys have updated this recently, huh?
Yeah. And by the way, this guy right here, Dan, Tom,
it's a big money maker.
His gimmick was $995. And one person actually did.
Yeah, Bubba's Cankles.
Yeah, Bubba's Cankles. Don't you feel stupid now? I mean, really. And then Anna, hers is up. And so, I got to take some of this stuff down, and then I got to put up I got to put up Tom Bean. Maybe you'd want to get a cameo from Tom Bean. Hey, it's Tom Bean. I just want to let you know that chances are you're not doing nearly as good as you should be, and you need to work a little harder and be appreciative for the things that you have in life. Appreciate it.
You got to do Rat Macho Merch Crick.
I know. I'm saying
there's a lot.
Merch Crick. Like if she was in a tank top, like happy birthday. That's what whatever.
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Sponge. Come on.
So anyway, we're not.
And I know you get a kicker off all of us. That's why you're trying to get Tom on.
You're so
I'll expose the business aspect of it all.
You're so financially aggressive.
Because I'm talking numbers?
Yeah, you make your
We're
money.
hawking cameos here. Let's just tell the truth.
You're in my category, and yes, I get like 1 or 2% because if they book you with not using my category, then I don't get anything. But if you use my category, then I get a point or two. What's wrong? That's just doing business.
No, I know.
Why is everything so fun? You know what? I'm gonna have you start talking to Tom from now on about my when we start talking money. So you know what? Go talk to Tom about it.
How would that work?
Right. So, Seth, all you need to do is do 20 cameos, and Bubba will make enough to get a McDouble.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what, Tom? I like when he gets all this. He gets really financially aggressive sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
always
always
trying to squeeze a dollar out of me.
I don't want you to spend that 2% of $25 in one place. I mean, you got to spread that around.
Yeah, God forbid you let your boss man have it for giving you the forum to even do it, bitch. You're lucky I don't charge you 10 points.
You're lucky I'm not calling you out on the 2% because I actually know what it is because I've been trying to recruit people myself now.
Oh, Jesus.
I got some halfway celebrities out there. I don't think I'm not getting Operation Pigmentation signed up.
Are you going to sign them under my deal?
No, I'm starting my own deal.
Nobody's
I
going to
got my own umbrella of talent.
Nobody knows. Nobody. Man, what?
Nobody knows you. That's right. Nobody has the goats like you. No one's got the infrastructure like you.
Shut up.
He's got his own umbrella of talent, Bubba.
What? That should be illegal.
Does that include crack smokers?
Tom, that would be like if your
I
manager.
think that's under
Yes.
Seth's umbrella of
We
talent.
don't discriminate.
Tom, that would be like your general manager of one of your Domino's going and starting his own pizza place on the side.
Well,
that would be a problem, wouldn't it?
No, if that's what they wanted to do.
No, hold on. And still worked for you. He was your manager.
Clearly, they can't do that.
Well, yes, he clearly can. He has a wife and kids that'll work there. And let's say Frankie Yippee-O is the general manager of the West Shore show, the West Shore store, Domino's, that you own. And he goes down the road, there's this little strip mall, and he puts Frankie's Pizza in there, and his wife and family run it, but really it's his business. You wouldn't allow that. I don't think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't, but I think this might be a little different.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
We were drunker than Nick Hogan's wife when we put this thing together. BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Oh, can you click on reviews?
Man, I don't really give a fuck about any of this.
Okay,
shit.
all right, sorry, I'm just staring
Where's the reviews at?
It's right. It's up there. It's right above book a video.
Yeah, there's 9 of them.
Right here?
Yeah.
She got a
Wow, she got 11% on ones.
She's got.
Well, that's because there's only 9.
Oh.
So 1 gives you.
I didn't know. Where do you see how much?
Oh, here you go. Thank you. This was fantastic.
Oh.
No, there's the bottom one. Horrible. Oh, it has the one she did. Telling my daughter to do telling my daughter to do drugs and saying a biochemistry degree is useless. You should be ashamed of yourself, Anna.
Who gives a fuck about any of this?
I do. I think
don't.
that's funny
I don't.
shit.
I want to see what they say about me.
Okay.
I bet you they're horrible
All
for
right.
me.
Oh, you got 4.97. You only got 1 below a 5.
Oh, you got a bad one too. Wow.
A 4.
Oh,
No,
thank
only
you
got
so
just
much.
a 4.
Sir,
all
Bubba,
5s and a 4.
absolute amazing. Everything I wanted to hear. Perfect. The reason I did the cameo is it causes you more after the show. Dr. Damka, blah, blah. Thank you so much. The message was a surprise. Thank you. You're the best. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, the worst one I have is a 4.
Let's see. Let's look at Dan's ratings. You look like the Unabomber in that one with the hoodie.
Oh, they'll love Dan because they kiss Dan's ass.
He's a
Because
guy-
Dan goes on and on and on. Dan really awesome, unbelievable. They mark out to Dan. Let me see. Oh, allow me. They'll. Oh, let's see Seth's fucking rating. See what they get to say about him.
Oh, he's got all 5s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. True. All right. So we'll. Anyway, Lummy, we're gonna have to try to figure this out.
Yeah, edit it out.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So I think we talked about it. So no, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it,
And Bubba, we put up the Howard audio.
and then we'll go into that. Okay?
Okay.
And thank you, fucking Macho Man gave me a cut sheet and then put it all up digitally. So thank you very much.
And Gary did the sheet. Macho wanted me to let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Dirty D Cantrell. Zoom camper shot. Eat more coleslaw.
Mummy,
Yeah. Yes, Bubba.
I got a idea for me and you to do a podcast.
Oh, sweet. It's not bad, camper Scott. I think that'd be perfect.
And then we got to play poker with Tom. Or, I'm sorry,
Y'all really don't know why that's called a sandwich board, by the way?
blackjack. I do know why it's
Promote
called.
your business.
I know why it's called a sandwich board because back in the fucking 20s and shit, when people couldn't have neon signs and shit like that, they would put that on the curb, showing people what was inside the restaurant, right?
No. It's actually called a sandwich board because it's like 2 pieces of bread.
Oh.
When carry to the meat.
Hey, Sponge, could we get a degree down?
You would be
In the middle.
the meat. You would be in the middle. It's,
Thank
It's
you.
called a sandwich board because it's like a sandwich. It's got two sides, like a sandwich. So you put the message on the 2 pieces of bread.
All right, here we go.
That's why I call it a sandwich.
77 skills, 77.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Missed part of the show? We got you covered at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to Bubba Live Worldwide.
You know, we have absolutely. By the way, the Bubba the Love Sponge show, Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. And let me, we have like it's tough to describe to the average program director or anybody that is familiar with radio or content is it ravid or rabid? If we're talking about like how our fans are just crazy.
Rabid.
How rabid our fans are, and they just are so coddling and they're so nurturing. And that's the whole template of how we make the majority of our money through the fan donations. It's unlike any telethon-y.
The tips, baby.
Yeah, we need to ask Tom about that. Because Tom would be the guy to ask about that. Anyway, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, at the Bubba Army. And again, our show pretty much stays on the air because you guys keep it on the air. If we just keep doing crappy shows and piss people off, eventually all the big guys will just go away and we won't have a show anymore.
Nope.
So, Tom, Trump 2 days ago was in Vegas. And he was saying that if the very first day, Seth, he was like, so this is day one stuff, right?
Yes.
He's like, on the first day, I become your 47th president. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. You people work for tips, the whole casino area and dealers and waitresses. It's all based on tips. And the federal government's going to stop taxing your tips. So he says that one of his number one things he's going to do on day one is take the government taxation of tips out. Now, our question would be, if we get paid, we get a monthly check from YouTube, and we get a monthly check from Twitter, and we get a monthly check from, Facebook, and obviously we have Bubba Army HQ subscriptions and things like that. And those are all, we get paid through a third-party company, which, you get a W-2 or a 1099 or whatever the hell you get. But wouldn't the people, wouldn't the Venmo, the PayPal, and the Cash App, couldn't you almost frame that as a tip? And we wouldn't have to pay taxes on it?
You'd have to see, first of all, I don't see how he can do it the day that he gets in. It's changing tax code.
Well, I know, but he's going to...
requires some, process.
But he'll get it done.
I don't know. Maybe he's going to,
Can he do an executive order?
Right. We'll just make everything an executive order.
He's a tyrant. He's going to do all of that. So, but let's just say, I want you to look at our business. And, we have,
depending upon how that code was written, potentially, but, it's way too difficult to say based on how they would write it. But you could potentially call it a tip. It could be.
Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome?
For you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Well, we have the just most rabid fans, and John Kostika, my great Hoosier, my steel slinging homie. He knew I was having a couple. Remember last week I was having a couple tough days.
Yes.
But I got to tell you, man, for being halfway through the week, I've really felt good about this week. Nobody's pissed me off, and I think we've put together going on our third good show. See, I know when I have a good game. It's like a basketball player, Seth. If you're out there and you go 3 for 14 and you score 9 points, but you average 18, you had a bad night.
Yes.
But if you went out there and went 8 for 10. And, I don't know how many made all but a few on the 3-point line, and you average 18 a game, but you put in 29. You're back at the you're back sitting on the stool in your locker room feeling, hell yeah, I put on a good show today.
Well, what happened last week? Because you tweeted that you were having a breakdown, you had to call Lummy.
I was kind of having a nervous breakdown a little bit last week.
What about the cast of your show?
No, just about a lot of things.
But if you called Lummy, I'm not saying that Lummy's not a great friend. I just feel like you definitely were in a bad place.
We got our PayPal office suspension.
And only one day, too.
It was only a 1 day. Those PayPalers really in and out. They put us on suspension for 1 day.
They're old school, Bubba.
And they're boom, boom. We're back on PayPal at the Bubba Army.
They don't care about a militia.
A little bit show related, a little bit life related. And I had to call Lummy. Usually I'll call Tom, but this was kind of more of a Lummy deal. It was a more stupider thing. Lummy can help me through that.
Did Lummy help you?
Yeah, he just pretty much told me everything I wanted to hear.
That's why he didn't call Tom.
Right. That's why I can't call Tom. Because with Tom, I could hear what I want to hear, or I could hear completely what's got me upset in the first place and why I'm so stupid and how in the hell would you do that? And are you kidding me? For real? And I'm like, I don't want to hear that right now. I want to hear everything's going to be all right. And I understand why you did this and this and this and this and this and this. So anyway, you know how old school sending a real letter to somebody is, typing a letter and then, give them a few little gift cards. John Kostika wrote me a letter and sent me some gift cards. And also, I guess he's been speaking to Erica via the merchandising deal. And he knows that she does not she's a very picky eater.
Oh, my.
And so he sent her McDonald's gift cards.
Oh,
nice. She was so happy with that. So anyway, John Kostika, thank you so much. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you.
Hootie, his 25 on the Cash App.
The Hootie?
Yeah, I guess he got some gift cards back.
All right, so listen, there's somebody calling, but let me, I like to keep my phone lines on hold.
Yeah.
You know that. I'm the only talk show guy who doesn't want to talk to people. Hello?
Yo.
Hootie, Hootie.
This is Bubba.
Hootie.
It's not Hootie, I don't think.
This is Bubba. Bubba, this is we're in here out of Oregon. Come on.
Oh, you're okay. You're from Oregon. Yes, that's royalty.
Yeah, I've called before. I was, I always call when there's button up bean over there, but it looks like zippered up bean. Look at that. He looks good.
Isn't this the guy that wanted to play Bubba Trivia last time?
Yeah, I believe
You
so.
know it's the guy. Come on, man. I'm a lifetime fan over here.
It's really easy. I always remember losers.
Hey. Oh, man. Okay, I did lose, but you know what?
I'm
Tom
just
Bean's
busting chops.
Tom Bean's kind of owning you right now, buddy. I'm just telling you.
He wasn't ready for it.
Hey, I was trying to bring up zippered up Bean.
Yeah, zipper it up.
Zippered it up, button it up. It don't matter. It's just real tight for Tom up there, okay? But he runs a tight collar.
I mean, he's about an inch low. He's still got to button it up all the way. It's about an inch low.
I think Tom knows his.
There you go.
Okay,
There
you go.
there.
Right to the top.
All the way.
What
to
do you
the
want to
top.
do this week with us? You want to rub your privates against the phone?
We actually have. Hold on. Shut up.
For like the new one.
We actually have fans that are so hardcore that they'll call up and make Tom make his adjustment to a zipper so that he can be fully buttoned up because he doesn't want to misrepresent.
That's right.
All right, man. Listen, Oregon, appreciate it, man. I know they've made mushrooms legal out there now, and it shows.
Thanks for looking out for me, kid.
And thanks for looking out for Tom. He appreciates that extra half inch you gave him. Appreciate it, bud. See you later. Phone line's on hold the rest of the day. Phew. So anyway, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make some changes to our cameo. And Seth, I'm sorry, like Rhett, you need to get me a picture. And Macho Man, do you wanna do the cameo deal, or are you too embarrassed about that?
Oh, yeah.
The guy with the best body, who looks the best.
I don't think anybody wants a cameo from Red or Macho Man.
Okay, then you don't want one.
No, thank you.
Really? Wow. Rhett, maybe you don't understand, Rhett, how rabid the fans are. I mean, we just had a fan that's on mushrooms from Oregon call, and he's such a fan that he knew Tom was down a quarter inch. Like, come on, man. So you're going to tell me that there's not a fan somewhere in this galaxy that listens to this show by some way, shape, or form that'd be like, you know what? I'd love to buy a $6 a cameo from Rhett, the filthy ginger video editor, holding his little wiener dog.
Yeah, as long as he has the dog, that would probably sell it.
Rhett, all of your cameos are to be with your wiener dog, okay? If we were to give them to you. But Rhett, there's probably some big Rhett wiener dog fans out there.
Yeah.
For real, like, you know what? I know he doesn't chime in much. I know he's just a video guy. I know sometimes he's a dick to Bubba. Sometimes he's nice. But he's got a wiener dog, and he likes bigger girls with tattoos. And you know what though? Your new girlfriend's not big at all. Like,
Thank you.
She's in a very.
I think that's a compliment, Rhett.
Yeah, I think so too.
Rhett, I meant to, yeah.
Well,
Rhett,
you guys have drawn this portrait of Rhett that he dates, women that are
Lizzo.
they look like Lizzo and Precious.
Well,
and now he's dating a skinny
For
white woman.
every pot, there is a lid.
Right, and his lid has been to Lizzo and Precious, and he's got a little pot, just a little bitty one. And I'm very happy for you, Rhett. But so, Rhett, I'm trying to, like, don't you understand? By getting you into the cameo world, I'm trying to put you over a little bit. Like,
I understand. I'll let Macho weigh in. He just got back, I think.
Macho, do you want to have a cameo?
Absolutely not. Oh yeah.
You'd probably be the most popular.
Well, he's trying to job us out for $6, Macho Man.
No, you guys set your own price. I was just trying to, maybe think what the market would warrant for you, but I mean, you
yeah, it's even worth it for $6.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That's the market price.
I mean,
if you like clearing $3,
hold on.
yeah.
I mean, I think here's where I think here's where I think you are. I think that you're $20. I think you're $20.
Thank you.
I think you're Seth's 25. What are you?
20.
And you're 20. Yeah. There you go. You guys are $20.
Yeah, I think $20 all day.
Yeah. Hey, it's Seth. I'm a filthy ginger. Say hi to Scout, my little dog. Just want to let you know, I'm in here editing up some videos of a man that I hate more than anything. But other than that, everything's great.
Who's that?
I mean, the rabid fans will want to get one from everyone at some juncture, I think.
Yeah, I'm here doing shoulder press. I'm here doing shoulder presses. Want to say hi to you, Jim and Fred. Appreciate it. Fred, happy birthday. Because, they always have like some kind of message they want you to say. Fred, happy 50th. And I know you guys aren't like our gym rats, so hopefully you're at the gym doing it like I am. Oh, yeah, Macho Man for the Bubba Show. Yeah, I'm going to wire some crap up. Yeah.
Hey, Bubba, can you see if Cash App had gone to this Cameo page, why they might think that you're running a militia?
So
I think this. I don't know where. I got to see where this. I think this goes to our PayPal.
So I think you could just have Macho go on and look cool, wear his sunglasses, flex, and Bubba could actually do the voiceover.
Yeah,
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I just want to let you
Pipe
know.
his voice in.
Oh, yeah, I just want to let you know I'm back here wiring stuff up right now so the show sounds good. Dig it. No more bad audio chains. No more nothing. Everything's great. Oh, yeah. Dig it. Macho Man. Yeah. Because, I mean, it's Macho Man. Can you imagine? There's probably 10 people out there. You make $200. $200, Mach. Coming home with 200.
Could buy some protein smoothies, I guess.
Yeah, think about it.
What about Gene Lasker, too?
Yeah. Oh, God, yes, for Lasker. Hey, let me tell you something.
Oh, man, those would be popular.
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah.
They would be.
Oh, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, Lasker and Tom, you need to have one because people look at you as like a dad kind of deal. Hey, it's Tom Bean, and I just want to let you know, Jeremy, I know that you're going through a tough time right now, but you know what? Keep your nose down, keep the grind going on, and it's going to be okay, bud. But it all evolves around hard work and being honest and just being a good dude.
Yeah, I'm really not interested in doing things like that.
That's true.
Yeah, no.
I bet you Babyface would want to.
Oh, of course.
Babyface is starting to cut. Hey, listen.
Look, he would do good too. He's funny.
He would.
Is it me? No, I'm not trying to give anybody not their due. Like, Lummy, like I'm all about you going out and doing this pro wrestling deal. Like there's some, like Howard, for instance.
Oh, you're about to just say that Babyface is more over than Lum Lum?
Just shut up.
I know where you're going.
No, you don't.
You were going to mix up some wrestling story before you got to that point.
No, you don't. Shut up. God,
he's not afraid to tell you though, Seth.
You're like a little.
He won't tell me, but he'll tell you to shut up.
Shut up, because you don't have to deal with this little bitch nonstop, trying to throw me off my game. Here's what I'm saying, Lummy, is there's some radio people that probably don't want their co-hosts out doing a bunch of stuff, and they want to regulate what their co-hosts do because they probably don't want their co-hosts to become more popular than them. Here's what I say. Lummy, I want my co-hosts to be as popular as they possibly can.
Of course.
Do as many things as you have been offered. If you do endorsements, do personal appearances. I just want to know about it so that I can promote it.
Of course.
I don't want a fee. I don't want anything like that. I want to be able to give your client added value so that when they use you, they know that they're going to get pushed on the show for free.
That's right.
So, but what I'm saying to you, Lummy, is I think that you shouldn't be doing this CCW stuff necessarily for free.
No, I'm not. I thought you were talking about Brian.
What?
I thought we were talking about Brian.
We are talking about Brian in a minute.
And Dan just let him know that he lowered his cameo from 65 to 50.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, he did.
Oh, I don't know. I should be able to make these changes. Should I not? I mean,
he didn't want to be more than you.
Yeah, well, mine needs to be 60 now. I mean, since I'm the guy.
Yeah, you are the guy.
But is it man? No, I'm not. Jeez. Is it me? Is it me, or does Brian seem to be smelling himself a little bit? Like, he's getting a little cocky. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Why? Because he went to the Eric Andre show in a button down.
Because he went what?
To the Eric Andre show in a button down.
No.
He tried to skip the line. Is that I could see that might be what it was.
No, I mean I'm just
because he's supporting your show. He's cocky.
No, I'm just saying he's getting a little full of himself.
I mean, he does give you a lot of heat when he's on the show.
Yeah, like he gives me so much heat. I'd be like, you know what? Be funny and contribute. I feel like everything I say, he's that moray eel in the cave, ready just to chomp on my every little, like last week, Lummy, when I was playing a video that you guys gave me that was 2 years old, and I was just getting into it, and then he gets me off my tracks by saying that this video is 2 years old, and then it completely throws me off my tracks, and I get scattered out, and I get freaked out. Because now I'm off my game.
Yep, exactly.
So, I think he tries to trip me up more than I'm comfortable with. So if you could just stop tripping me up.
So you're saying Babyface can get you off your game?
Well, yeah, he just throws the stupidest stuff in there. Yes. Tom. This is not as easy as you think it is.
Well, I think you make it look easy because you're talented.
I know.
But
and I'm telling you, even though Michael Jordan missed a few free throws here and there, well, I'm missing some free throws while he's over here yapping his stupid gums, trying to put himself over at my expense.
Right, but Michael Jordan doesn't get flapped up because he missed a free throw. He just practices more. And
if there was somebody on Michael Jordan's team that was pissing him off, he'd go tell him about it.
Well, he did knock out Steve Kerr.
He did?
Yeah, he punched him in practice.
Oh, that's there we go. The greatest of all time even punched somebody out at practice.
Well, he demanded a lot from his teammates.
I demand a lot from my co-hosts, one of which is not to trip me up every time, Brian. So anyway, Brian is going to be, he's going to want to do it. And Brian will probably be pretty popular. People like that he screws with me. That's what more than anything, I think that's the problem.
Well, I think that's what makes the dynamic interesting.
What about Tuttle?
Yeah, Tuttle needs one.
Okay. Tuttle will be popular too.
Tuttle will be popular.
Hey, listen, Fred, I know that you're getting ready to hang yourself from a ceiling fan.
Oh, no.
But it's not worth it, because you know why? Because if that ceiling fan breaks, then they're going to send you to the funny farm, and that ain't cool. I went there for 5 straight days. And if you start acting up at the funny farm, these two black guy, big Ty J. Armstrong guys come in, hold you down, and give you a shot in the ass. It's called the booty juice, and it puts you out like Dexter right to the neck for 2 days. Didn't he say that the booty juice makes a guy sleep for almost 2 days?
Pretty much.
Yeah, you don't want the booty juice.
No.
But there's some pry guys that are hard on their luck that aren't too far from the funny farm that would that Tuttle could give some motivational deal kind of to. So we got Bubba. I put my mom in there. I don't know if anybody really is using. I think she did 1 or 2 of them. We got
Hierarchy 65 $200 super chat. No Tuttle.
He doesn't like Tuttle?
No.
Tuttle is polarizing.
He is.
But Hierarchy will actually pay for no Tuttle.
He did.
Which is, really, that's.
Why does he?
That's a strong 200.
Why does Hierarchy not like Tuds? Does somebody know that?
Yeah, he just doesn't like. He just doesn't like the way he is on there.
What if Tuttle recognized the fact that Hierarchy, who's a Hall of Famer by the way, very large contributor, Lummy, very much a whale in our world.
Yes,
we have to keep happy. Inner Circle Willie, the whole 9 yards.
Very nice man too.
Yes, and does support this show very heavily financially. And if he doesn't want Tuttle, that's a problem. I need to have Tuttle try to repair. Is that relationship repairable?
I don't even know if there is a relationship. I just think there's characters on the show that aren't for everybody.
Yeah,
Hierarchy isn't saying I'm going anywhere. He's just saying I don't like Tuttle.
But Hierarchy says now he sucks on the radio.
All right, so now is Hierarchy saying that just no Tuttle for him? He wouldn't get Tuttle as a cameo? Or is he saying that don't even offer Tuttle as a cameo?
I think he was saying don't offer Tuttle
that's
as a cameo.
Not cool. But can you tell him to rethink that? Because that's not fair.
I really don't think he cares about Tuttle on cameo.
I don't think so.
Hold on, you're right. He probably doesn't. But I'd like for him to publicly in chat, where we can document it, Lummy, and everybody can see it, where Hierarchy says, I don't have a problem with Tuttle being on cameo. Then we could always revert back. If Hierarchy flips out one time, like we've had a few, and say, I quit you, I hate you guys. Anna was my favorite. I was a big Blitz K fan, and you guys got rid of both of them.
We'll show up to his Wisconsin compound, and we'll win him back.
So I'm saying, over the years, we've lost some whales for various reasons. It's right?
Yeah.
We've lost some customers. We know that. We've messed up through various personnel decisions or various ways we've handled things, and made some opponents of some enemies that used to be our friends.
He said cameo is fine, but not on the radio, so you're cool.
Okay, but not on. Okay, hold on. Cameo is fine, but not on the radio.
Right. He's saying.
He's saying.
He says that you can have him do cameo, but he doesn't want him live on the radio.
He doesn't like it, but obviously Hierarchy's not. He's just letting him know what he doesn't like.
I understand, but I can't. He can't expect me to keep him off both.
Oh no, Hierarchy understands.
I think he was just leaving a message, Bubba.
Yeah. LM closed 200, Lummy. on the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App.
I think he just was leaving a little message. I don't think he's calling you for you to do anything.
No, because listen, Hierarchy doesn't get involved in chat or anything like that. So when he pops in real quick, it's just him. Yeah, it's him saying like he doesn't like Tuttle.
We'll take out Caveman. We'll take out Blitz. We'll take out Anna, and we'll add Babyface. Probably Jay would want to do one. I mean,
Oh, that would be like a 5-minute cameo.
Lasker.
Shouldn't we save it for the people that need the $15?
So don't let Dan in. Well, Dan.
Oh no, Dan loves it.
Well, no, I'm saying Dan. Dan can stay, but
I don't think. To be honest with you, I don't think Jay would want to. Jay's way more private and not nearly as narcissistic as Dan. I think, in my opinion, Dan. I mean, Tom, you know them as well as I do. I think Jay would be like, "Nah, I'm not going to do that. We'll leave that to narcissistic Dan." I mean, don't you think that's probably how it would go?
I can't see Jay cutting a cameo throughout his day.
Your nervous laugh speaks volumes.
Yeah,
Jay would be like, "No, I'm not doing that. I'll leave that to Numbnuts Dan, who's Mr. Johnny Narcissist."
I think because he's a team player, if you wanted him to do it, he would do it, but he would say, "Yeah, it's really not my shtick."
Right, kind of like you.
Pretty much, kind of like me.
You're like, hey, listen, if you really, really need a button-up bean for cameo,
I'll do it.
But I really prefer not to.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I'd be like, hey, listen, no problem. I'll leave.
Leave the grandstanding stuff to Dan. He's better at it.
Yeah, exactly. So, Brian.
Yep.
Probably not Lasker.
Yes.
Tuttle. And then Merch Crick. Now, Macho and Rat both think. They both said that if push comes to shove, they would do it.
Oh,
I think it's important for both of them because I think they both have more fans than they could ever think of.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's probably a lot of hot women, but like, man, I want to see Macho Man all pumped up with those shoulders,
all oiled up.
Oh
yeah,
mumbling super sexy like he does.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Bubba. For that first year when I was with you, when we launched it like in 2020, and we're talking about it a lot on the radio, I think I made $1,000 off of it that year.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah. Plus, it's a way to keep Seth financially happy because every day, like even yesterday, let me tell you what I got to go through with you. Listen. Be like Tom if you had a guy that was like really slinging some pizzas and you walk in the store and he'd be like, "Hey Tom, I got like 10 extra pizzas out today. How about like $10?" So Seth yesterday goes, I think he actually made an Instagram or actually you taped me or somebody. Did you not tape me?
Yeah, it's on X.
Do I cuss?
I don't.
Yeah, you did. I think you said the F word.
Yeah, maybe you can send it to me, Lummy.
Okay.
So yesterday I'm just sitting in my spot right here trying to get ready for the show or the next break. I think it's in between breaks. So I got 5 minutes and 20 seconds. And Seth turns to me and says, the Operation Pigmentation guys want to go to the cheesecake factory today after they shoot their podcast. You wouldn't mind? You think that would be considered maybe a business expense where you could pinch in a little money for me or something? And I'm like, no. Here it is right here. So Tom, this is the sort of thing I got to deal with. Hold on here.
Hey, I got a question for you. Me and the boys after Operation Pigmentation are heading over to Cheesecake Factory today, and I was going to see if you could throw us a 50 and we can give you some content.
Are you fucking...
Rio's getting the chicken carbonara. I'll probably just get a side of fries.
Now I'm buying your fucking lunches?
Well, it's more of a business expense.
No.
We'll do content.
No.
Okay.
Hey. So I mean, Tom, what would you do under those circumstances? Same thing?
I think I would laugh at it. I think I'd be like, nice try.
Yeah, he'd be far nicer about it than me. I was like, get the F out of here. But that's what I got to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can't blame him for trying.
Thank you. That was a lot. Well, a lot of people were saying that same thing to me in the comments about they don't blame me for trying.
So here's
really
the deal.
Makes me want to keep taking my shot.
Can we come up with at least this agreement? You can take your shots, but I can be, I don't have to sit here and worry about being, hurting your feelings, or I can truly be myself.
Well, it clearly looks like you weren't worried about hurting his feelings there.
Okay, I'm saying, you're good with me,
not glad handing you.
Bubba, I'm so you can yell at me for asking for money because I didn't steal $230,000.
Okay.
So the fact that I ask for it, I am totally fine with people thinking that I'm some scumbag, beggar, beatnik compared to what else has been on your show before.
Thank
you. So
you.
yes, you may yell at me.
Point well taken. Thank you.
Thank you.
So anyway, go to Cameo. Listen, what I'm trying to say is Father's Day is coming up. You probably have, if you're, you probably have somebody that's Bubba Army in your world that would want to. Now, at this point, we only have this many people. We're only offering these many people. And let me, when I learn how to edit it, there's going to be, three or four of these gone, and I don't think we have time for Lasker and all those guys for Father's Day. But moving forward, we'll start promoting our Cameo a little bit more, Lummy.
Yeah.
Maybe we should put it up on Insta and all that. Is it literally cameo.com and then is it /?
No, it's get the app. It's on the app, Bubba.
You go to the app.
It's a lot easier.
So go get the Cameo app, and what do you just literally search in? I think you search in Bubba the Love Sponge, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Or Bubba? Do you type in
Bubba Army only
Bubba
goes
Army.
to Bubba Years and JD Cakes.
What goes to this
Bubba
page?
the Love Sponge.
All right, we need to also direct Bubba Army to this page too, so I can get my vig. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So go to cameo.com. And type in Bubba the Love Sponge, and you'll have your pickings as to who you can get a cameo for. And you can write little notes as to what you want us to say, and we're like little monkeys. We just do what we're told. I mean, Seth, what?
It's fun. Sometimes it's a little confusing, but people love it.
They do. They do.
And it's honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
If somebody got one from Brett Favre for me, I mean, you're allowed to keep it on your phone. You're allowed to own it. You download it and own it, so you can go and show and post on. You own that piece, right?
Yeah.
So you can go and put it on your social and show your friends.
So you can mark out to it for all of time.
Yeah. Let's just be honest. Everybody has somebody that they would like to get a cameo from. Now, Tom, I know that you think you're the coolest dude in the world and you don't really care about getting a cameo from anybody, but there's got to be I don't know, maybe Bob. I know you knew Bobby Bowden, so not that. But
I do not think I'm the coolest guy in the world.
Okay, but for instance, I could go right to Seth and be like, Seth, if somebody would buy you a cameo, who would you think getting a cameo from would be cool?
At right now,
yeah,
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you know what? And I hate to be a bitch, because I've talked to Brett Favre already, Lummy. We had an interview with him, so getting a cameo. Yeah, we've had 2 interviews with Brett Favre, so I feel like that's far better than a cameo. So I would say Taylor Swift too, and make it real naughty, where she's got to say, want to be your daddy, some real naughty stuff. let me.
Yeah, that's likely. I'm sure she'd do that.
Right.
Just hire a whore, Bubba.
Seth,
for $50.
We need to look at what the highest cameo in the world is, and Taylor Swift could get double that.
She could probably get 100 times whatever the highest cameo in the world. But I feel like people have shifted their cameos more into their OnlyFans. They've kind of built it into what they're doing on that.
We ain't doing that.
No, I know.
You want to start showing your wiener on OnlyFans?
No, sir. What I'm saying is I don't know how many people are on Cameo. If there's highest ranked people and if there's as much money.
And when Taylor Swift would ever want to wrap it up and not do concerts anymore, can you imagine if she did do an OnlyFans?
Looks like Caitlyn Jenner's number 1.
How much?
$2,500.
It says Caitlyn Jenner on that one, and then it also says Floyd Mayweather at $15,000. So I don't know if that's even still up.
It's not up anymore.
All right, so it's Caitlyn Jenner at $2,500.
Yes.
So we know who yours would be, Seth. Mine would be the same. Lummy, who would be your cameo? Your ultimate dream cameo?
You.
No.
Kind words.
Stop. Be like, hey, it's Bubba. I just want to let you know, even though I see you every day, I just want to let you know how much I love you, and my show is just 10 times better of a program that has ever been. You're the best program director ever. You don't have any idea how much I care for you and how much I love you, and just, oh my God, Lummy, you're the best.
Perfect. I listen to it every morning and every night.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be the best.
While you're making love to your wife, would you have it piped through your headphones?
I sure would.
Right, exactly.
It'd help me out.
Rhett, who would help you keep extra hard? Jesus Christ. When you start noodling up, you just hear me and it just gets you right where you need to be.
Exactly.
Rhett, who would be your cameo?
Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
Oh man, she looked so good performing in the rain the other night,
Yeah,
man.
she fell off the stage.
Did she?
Yeah.
She still you know what? She still looks good as hell. She really does.
There's not even a doubt about that.
Oh, I know, but I mean, she's in her 40s now.
Yeah, 2 kids.
Yeah, 2 kids. Got a hockey player that's blasting the hell out of there. There's a lot of mileage on
Bubba,
that.
I don't know if it's because I'm in my 40s now, but like some women in their 40s, like it doesn't feel like what was 40 what it used to be.
I know,
you know?
but she's popped out too and kept it tight, man.
Very tight, yeah.
Now, how about you, Macho? Yeah, maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger or maybe
C-Bum. Chris Bumstead.
Is that a DJ?
No, he's Mr. Olympia.
Oh, Mr. Oh, yeah, I'm in here doing isolated bicep curls for you, Macho Man. Yeah. Maybe if you keep working hard in the gym, you can get as big as me. Yeah. So, Tom, we've gone through everybody. We all have a cameo. We all have like a dream cameo. Who was your like? Would yours be like a Pokemon character or something?
You're a funny guy.
You ever notice when you get a zip rip on him, he just completely.
He's got no time for your Pokemon jokes.
When you get a little zinger on him,
all right, Squirtle boy.
He just deadpans you. He just deadpans you into some nonsense. So how about you? I don't know anything about Squirtle. You do. Tell me who would be your cameo? Elon Musk?
No. Definitely not.
He'd be annoying as hell.
Oh,
he'd probably go on for an hour and forget he was even talking.
As a businessman, you don't think that Elon Musk is absolutely unbelievably brilliant?
Me?
No, Tom B.
Oh.
Well, I think he's amazingly smart, but I don't know that he's the best, businessman. I mean, he paid what, $44 billion for Twitter. I mean, just because you have the money doesn't mean that you make the best decisions.
Right.
But I'm just saying,
So who would be your cameo?
I don't know. Probably somebody that would be really difficult to get. Probably for me, somebody, maybe like Tiger Woods. That'd be a pretty cool one.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Hey, it's Tiger Woods, Tom Bean. I know you like to golf a little bit and stuff, but
I don't even think Tiger would be that energetic about it.
Yeah, hey, it's Tiger Woods, and how much would he have to charge? Although I have been seeing some Tiger footage on YouTube where he will go, he'll be playing golf and like a round of 4 of us jobbers roll up and he'll hang out and take pictures. And then I saw him. He said, you want to do a driving for $100? And the guy's like, and Tiger said, I'll drive from my knees.
And he crushed him.
And so the guys, so you're thinking, okay, if you're just like a mediocre golfer, kind of like you and Tom are, you guys are probably what, 15 handicappers, something like that.
A little higher, but yeah.
Okay, so you're those.
Yeah, a little lower.
But half of your shots are super good. You're good off the tee box.
Yeah.
And so if Tiger Woods comes to you and says, hey, listen, for $100, me and you in a driving contest, and I'll drive from my knees. And he doesn't use a special club that's been made for a little person. He uses the same club. He just chokes down on the deal. And that would be great. That'd be great to lose to Tiger Woods with him driving off his knees.
Oh, yeah.
I just hope that you'd tape it because you imagine the content we could get.
Oh, yeah, especially when I, whiff on it and he just...
You're not ever going to get better content than Tom Brady throwing to Deion Sanders.
Yeah, that's
true.
That's pretty good. That was pretty cool. So I guess Howard talked about my engagement yesterday.
Yes, he did.
Okay, let me see here.
Hey, did you see our friend got engaged?
Who?
Bubba.
Bubba the Love Sponge?
Yeah, he got engaged.
Oy vey. Why is he getting engaged?
How many marriages has he had?
That's the question.
Hey, if I ever wanted to feel bad about myself, I just listen to Howard, how he breaks me down.
Well, listen to Robin.
That's a sweet girl, too, man.
How do you know her?
She was at the wedding. They came to the wedding, and so sweet, man. We hung out with her at the welcome party. She's so nice.
Well, why is Bubba, I guess he's just in love, but how many strikes has he got against him in that department?
Yeah, why wouldn't he stay out of it?
No.
Well, he's getting older,
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing. He needs some stability.
Maybe he's mellowing out a little bit, like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got no more strikes than Howard.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I mean, he ain't got a sex tape. It's a hell of a strike.
Bubba. I like how he goes. Ronnie goes, Bubba's getting married. He goes, Bubba the Love Sponge? Like there's some Rolodex of Bubba's
that he knows, too.
Yeah, that he has a relationship with.
He did a good job of acting like he didn't know.
Bubba needs some
this does not
stability.
relate to Bubba.
No, Bubba's his own category.
He's right. He's right.
Yeah, but Bubba's a whole different person when he was with his, now fiance. He's like, he's very laid back and mellow.
I think Bubba
Don't
has.
trust it.
You don't think so? Like, are you afraid that like
he's old, Robin? He's older now. I think
he's
realizing that it's time to like settle down, really like
be
settle
normal.
down.
Like
Yeah.
you're not going to be reading about some hidden camera and Hulk Hogan coming over for a visit,
Right, he's exactly right. I mean, listen, he's dead on. We should make this a Oh, we don't own the audio because it wasn't on my.
It'll hit us hard.
Yeah, exactly. We should.
Well, we know Hogan's not coming over, but Brutus Beefcake might swing by.
That's right.
No, I think Bubba's.
All right.
She's a real sweet girl, man.
With big.
True.
She does have big boobs.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Bubba loves big. That's his
I
thing.
love Bubba, but I don't think Bubba's marriage material.
Oh,
really? Even today, you haven't seen.
I mean, we might want to get that for a drop.
Oh, well, maybe he's matured.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say 100%. That's for sure.
Right.
And they
He's a
do
lot of
work
fun.
together. They do work together, which is not the greatest idea either.
Right. Wow. Well, hey, you know what? I wish him luck. When's the wedding? Are you going?
Oh, I don't know. He just got engaged.
It was on that Eric Andre show. He almost got coerced into it. So Eric had Bubba on as a guest at a show in Tampa.
Oh.
No. And Eric did it as a surprise. He brought out Merch Chick and kind of forced Bubba in the moment to propose to her.
I don't know who this dude is, but I love him because he's really bringing in the truth.
Not right. Well, JD breaks it actually.
In front of whatever, like 3,000 people.
Yeah, well, basically what he said was, if you don't propose, you got to show us you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's a no-brainer. Then you propose.
See, Howard's feeling
That
me.
is not a real proposal.
But, they have a wonderful relationship. She films him doing all of his disgusting sandwich reviews. He'll do a fast food.
No. I mean,
you like this guy at the
but
time.
here's the thing: like, there's a lot of things that we do that you could say doing is disgusting, whatever. My sandwich reviews are as wholesome as they get.
That's right.
Well, I mean, it's a man eating. It's a hungry man eating.
Yeah,
it's not for everybody.
Feeding your dog.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to her camera work.
You know how those New York types are, Bubba? They're not into a rugged sandwich man.
Yeah, and then when I take my French fry, let my dog eat it out of my mouth.
Yeah.
That's probably disgusting to a New Yorker.
Yeah.
You know what? Now I get it. Thank you.
And he eats half the sandwich, and the audio of him kind of just chowing down on the fast food, it's amazing.
It is. For all you ASMRs out there, I mean, people have full-blown boners over it.
He films everything, and he feeds his dog. It's a whole thing.
What is it, JD?
It did not happen on Eric Andre's show. They got married. Sorry, Bubba. They got engaged secretly like 3 months ago. The reason when they went to the Eric Andre show, Merch Crick introduced herself as Eric said,
"Man, JD has got it down, Lummy."
Yes, he does.
Does he not?
Yeah.
"Is this your girlfriend?" And Merch Crick said, "No, I'm his fiance." So then when they went out
flapping her gums, I told her to shut up.
on stage, Eric was like busting his balls and saying, why don't you propose to your girlfriend?
Yeah, well, JD's got it right.
Yep.
So, Tom, that's how it went down. So, I guess I'm engaged.
Well, it sounds like you were engaged 3 months before.
I was.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
He's getting married under a bridge in Indiana.
Under our bridge.
Lummy, since we got Bean here, and Dan probably thinks he can gamble, Bean gambles. Like I'm saying, like Dan's like, I'll read cards and all this kind of deal, but Tom Bean really gambles. Like he really like when he went to Vegas just recently. I mean, Tom Bean will step up and gamble 5, 6, 7 grand on blackjack.
Yeah, but Dr. Dan can count cards.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll see which one works out better for us next, okay?
Holy shit, a lot of people have worked here. Glad we built BubbaArmyHQ.com for all the PTSD memories.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
He thinks I'm a Democrat. That's hilarious.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He's busting my balls telling me Joe Biden's my boy.
Well, you need to fuck him. When we go back on the air, fuck
I'm
him.
a Democrat. It's hilarious. You know, I got in trouble with Brent because I was such a Republican.
For real. For real.
Brent got all worked up. You're such a fucking Republican.
Listen to the story. So, Brent's mad at Tom about some shit. And we're on the air. And Tom texted me and says, hey, just have Brent come up to my office, because that's when they were over there, after the show. We'll work this out. It's not a big deal. Like, it's whatever. We'll whatever. So I tell Brent, listen, it's after the show, just run up and see Tom. He just wants to just walk through you some shit. No big deal. Well, Brent starts the conversation out by cussing Tom out by saying, I can't even have a conversation with you. I can't even come in because you're a fucking Republican. And Tom's like,
it was about other stuff.
We're not here to talk about that.
Mike, okay. Sure. Whatever.
Oh, man. Gotta love Brent. What's up, Mr. Kostika? What's up, Permagrom?
So who's busting your balls about being Democrat?
Slayer. You know, when we talked about, Trump saying he's going to change tax code, he's like, well, Biden forgave student loans. What's the difference? One's tax code that affects every tax return filed in the United States. It's a little different.
We got to get into the Hunter stuff. And we got to get into, there's a bunch of politics here.
That's funny, Lasker. I think it was a hard no.
What's that?
Nothing. Lasker Mugshots wanted me to ask you if asking for the 50 was a hard no. That's why I said yeah.
You guys already had dinner yesterday.
We didn't go. What's up, Brian? Yeah, tricked me. We didn't go because it was fucking pouring when we got done. You don't know what's going on in here. Then you go outside and it was pouring, so we didn't want to. It's at the mall. It was a whole thing. So we're going next week.
It's at the mall. Find parking's a pain in the ass.
Dude, it was fucking pouring, man. Like we didn't want to get all wet and shit. Like we weren't trying to like brave the elements for Cheesecake Factory. We're gonna go next week.
Yeah.
I'll ask you for 50 fucking bucks then. What's up, Wayne? What's up, Jay Bowler? Tim? You got a good pigmentation coming out today. Listen early and often. What's up, LM Close? I'll think of somewhere, Gary. I gotta tell you, man. Dudes do not fucking carry umbrellas in Florida. Mm-mm. We all looked at each other when it was raining. We were like, shit. I don't know why I don't have an umbrella. What's up, fan in Orlando? Longwood Bubba said that they could come in on a Wednesday.
Who could?
Craig and Rio.
Do they want to?
Yep. What up, Sicilian Redneck? Milkman said umbrellas are gay. I agree until it's completely fucked outside. Yeah, no, it's great for not being hot. I loved it, but it's just was not snuck up on me.
Joe Biden fan you are.
Do what?
I'm surprised how big of a Joe Biden fan you are.
What up, Fred?
I'm like, Joe Biden. Oof. Have you ever seen the, you were talking about the Tiger video where
What up,
he
Heather?
hits the ball from his knees?
Right.
Have you ever seen the one where he's with Rory and the guys and they all just...
Pouring ourselves out one download at a time. BubbaArmyHQ.com. Enlist today. The BRN now continues.
Bubba Army HQ's one-stop shopping, and we're working on an app. That's a bad topic with Tom Bean.
No, it's not. I approved it.
Well, there we go.
And it should be close to being done.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So for all you Bubba Army guys out there that aren't as smart as Tom Bean, which is about 97.4% of you, and you're like, I cannot get Bubba Army HQ on my phone the way I'm trying to run it through my truck, I'm trying to run it through my phone, trying to run it through my laptop. I can't get it. It sucks. I want an app.
This is an opportunity for your fans to prove you right and me wrong.
Yes, because Tom this is something that I actually had to pull. I didn't really have to pull, I'm the boss, because I'm not the boss with Tom Bean. He's my boss.
Homeless Drew Garabo, $500.
That's huge on Super Chat.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Hall of
Must be a
Famer.
big Tom Bean fan.
Oh, he
but
is.
there's a few instances I can't, and it makes me so uncomfortable where I just don't agree with Tom. Like, I just don't agree with him, and it's about my business. And Tom always is like, listen, at the end of the day, it's your business. It's your money.
Well,
you can do what you want with it, but I think it's a horrible idea. We've had a few of those.
Well, I said if you're doing it to make money, it's a horrible idea. When we talked about it, it wasn't about making money. You were comfortable enough with where you're at with the show financially to want to provide the app for fans so that their experience in listening to the show is as good as it can be.
And it's as easy as it's absolutely almost Lummy R proof. Like, literally, you're going to be able to go to our app and you're going to be able to navigate through the app on everything that you could do via a laptop or a regular computer, including listening to archives, rewind, and just let me. It's just going to be the best, and it's going to be just all you do is just hit this button, and boom, there we are.
And I just wanted to make sure that you are aware that I think it's going to be an expense, not a profit. That's all.
And I know that it may cost us a little bit of money, but I don't think it's going to be significant enough for the amount of money we're going to make, Lummy, on people that sign up now because it's easier through the app. So it really is. It is kind of a chest bumping situation, isn't it? Because trust me, Johnny Bean Counter over there after but
nothing would make me happier for it to be profitable.
Will you say to me in private, will you say to me, hey, I just want to let you know you were right about the app?
I don't have to say it in private. I would say it in public if
I'm trying to make it private for you.
Oh, yeah.
But in turn, I'm going to have to be like, okay, so then let's give it 1 year from the launch date.
I'm not a nose rubber.
What's that mean?
I'll
rub my nose in my own poop?
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
You've done a good job at it. I've got my nose in a lot of poop.
Well,
I'm saying.
No,
don't say that you're not a nose rubber because you rub my nose in a lot of my poop.
No, that's not true. You do a good job at rubbing your own nose in your own poop. So
So anyway, what I'm saying is, let's give it 1 year. Let's just come to something like it's like a little bet between you and I, little gentleman's agreement. Because I foresee you being on every Wednesday that you want to be. There could be some travel. You do have some travel. You have obviously some other properties that you tend to. Your place in LJ is absolutely, Lummy, you should see. Now, not only is his old place that he used to have in LJ, Georgia, beautiful, that Mark Tate owns now, but his new place that Tom Bean's building, oh my God, unbelievable.
When's that going to be done?
Not soon enough for me to go up there and use it for the weekend. Woo! Seth, he is so cool. When I would, Larry Plummer and his wife would drive like 10 hours, and me and Merch Crick would drive like 8 hours. We meet in LJ and stay at Tom's cabin, and oh my, it's way up in the mountains, and there's streams, and it's just fire pits.
No, I've been to LJ before. It's a great place.
So, but you haven't seen Tom Bean's.
I haven't, no.
So Tom Bean's like, yeah, this place is all right, but the driveway's too steep, not a lot of property with it. I got people on either side of me here. I need to go out and buy like 80 completely wooded out on the cliff.
Do you need like mountain insurance or like off the cliff insurance or something?
Tom, when you insure a place that's on a cliff, like the way these places are built, is it added insurance being on a cliff? Do you have an on the cliff kicker?
No, you mean, for
because they literally build these things onto a side of a mountain. That's where they build these things.
Insurance is way cheaper in Georgia than Florida.
Isn't everything cheaper in Georgia? Gas, food, electricity.
Yep.
Everything.
Yep.
Do they have no state tax, or they got state tax?
They do have a state income tax.
That's where they get you, right there, on the state tax.
So come on down to Florida.
So Lummy, by about next fall, his new place that he's making, that's so cool that when you drive to it, you have to drive through like like when you're going to a ranch in Texas, Lummy, and you drive through the initial entrance and it's got welcome to Yippee-O.
Yep.
And it's real fancy. Tom's got one of those.
What's it say? Welcome to Bean.
I know. I don't know that it's going to have a name. Is your property going to have a name, Tom?
I don't know.
I mean, you need to name it something.
What?
Bean Ranch.
Nothing like that. Obvious, like something like.
Well, the LLC is called Water Song.
It should be the Water Song Estate.
Yeah, there
Water
you go.
Song.
Well,
like Tony Stewart's. Tony Stewart's place. Is called Hidden Hollow. It's not called Tony Stewartville. He's not stupid like me and name it Bubbaville. It's called Hidden. It's called Hidden Hollow. So what's your place called? Water Song. Water Song.
Because of it's on the river and you can hear the water, the sound of the water. So
and you're deep.
Water Song.
He doesn't even do weed, and he gets deep. He's so deep.
And Steve and Jerry Longin are partners in it.
I know.
So
they're not building nothing.
Well, Jerry will soon, and
2, 3, 4 years from now.
But.
I'll be having that. I'll be having that place with no neighbors for at least 2 summers. I'm telling you that right now, Lummy.
Even when they build, you won't be able to see anybody.
Exactly. Be like, you guys stay away from this area. It's me and Tom's, even though I have nothing to do with it. Lummy,
you should all go. You could do the show live from there.
You know what? Because he's so cool. How many bedrooms is it gonna have? 3, 4?
4.
4 bedrooms. Lummy, when Tom gets it all done, we should do like a weekend there, Seth, and for content.
Oh, yeah.
Are you inviting us all to Tom Bean's house?
Tom just said.
I already invited y'all.
Tom just said you guys should do something there.
All right.
So like Lummy, I could have you out there splitting wood.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I could have Seth.
I could be maybe roasting marshmallows.
You could be roasting marshmallows or picking flowers in the meadow. You know what I'm saying?
That's cute.
You could be tubing. Down the.
Oh
down
yeah.
the river.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can literally get like there. He's built it on the river.
Oh man.
In the mountains, so you literally can go in the big stream river behind him, throw in your inner tube, and float down the river.
That's all me. I would love to flip over and get stranded also.
Man, can you imagine if you got real high, and then you just got on the river and you just floated down the river and all the sounds of the river and just Wouldn't that just be so cool?
Yeah, I mean, is that how it goes? I mean, do you have to like paddle or what?
No,
you
no.
Okay.
Just use your feet to kind of like rudder you and navigate you. If you're getting ready to hit this big rock, you just put your foot out and you just push yourself off the rock. You're not going. You're floating. You're literally not going that fast.
Okay, I didn't know. Sorry,
and the water stays cool all year, so it's like in the 60s.
I will tell you
summer.
this, man. Your penis will never be so shriveled as you. I mean, it is. The water's like. In June or July, the water's like 68.
Man.
Like right now, I mean, it's cold. But you get in it and you get used to it, and it's refreshing. It's like you're permanently air conditioned. And it's I've done the float one time, and it is so cool.
And we stock rainbow trout. We've got fish feeders, so the fishing's really good.
We could go out there and go fishing. You could split all the wood.
All right.
You know,
I mean, it would be.
Brett, you could bring a little wiener dog. It could run in the meadows.
The content would be really strong, Bubba, especially if you the
Bubba
you were
weekend
streaming on
cabin.
YouTube for hours.
And by the way, Tom Bean goes up there and does a ton. I mean, he runs his entire Domino's empire from up there. So don't think that he didn't have like 1K going in or Starlink or something like that. Like he didn't have any job or internet.
I was going to say, do you have to go to the Starbucks and get the...
No, Tom's not going. Like, Tom, I'm sure as remote as it is, you have to pay extra to get the trunk of internet that you get. They probably don't offer as good an internet as you have. You have an internet booster or you got Starlink or something. Because I know that we were able to stream unbelievable last time we were there.
Yeah, well... we had them run fiber, so we have
You had to pay for that?
No, we had to agree to
a certain amount of, we'll be customers for 10 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd have the bandwidth to go live, and oh my God, we could call it literally the weekend cabin getaway. Now, would Phoebe be interested in doing that?
Yeah.
Could you get some babysitting? No kids. No kid. Lummy, I'm not trying to be a dick, but just adults only.
Of course.
Can you get weekend babysitting for Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Sammy?
Yeah.
Yeah, no kids.
Yeah, forget kids.
Yeah, and then just, have fun, Tom Bean even has did you let Mark have it with the house, or did you take the electronic Monopoly game with you?
No, it's still at the house.
You better buy a new one for the new house, Tom, because that's my favorite game. I like being the banker. Seth, have you ever played electronic Monopoly where you get a debit card and instead of money and everything's run off a debit card? Tom Bean has that one, and me, Larry Plummer, and Mary Lou and Merch Crick always play it. And Larry, that son of a bitch, he's ruthless. He'll mortgage your properties. He'll like Jesus. He plays by the book. Instead of giving you a little bit of a break, be like, hey, can you give me a break on this one? It's like, nope. You can mortgage those 2 properties and pay me. I bet you're like that, Tom, on Monopoly. I bet you nobody likes playing Monopoly with you.
Yeah, people don't like playing games with me much.
Well, did you see where Joey Chestnut they're no longer going to let him be part of the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest?
Cut your own deals.
And he's won 18 of the last 20 or something.
We used to be a proper country. This is garbage.
What happened here?
Well, why is it garbage?
That's what I don't understand. He signed a partnership with Impossible and Nathan's Hot Dog. It's not USA Hot Dog Eating Contest. It's Nathan's Hot Dog Eating. It's a brand.
Wait a minute. They pay him to attend, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, correct.
Nathan's do?
Yeah.
But he decided to go out to the competition and sign a deal with them.
So I believe he signed a $2 million deal.
Exactly.
And they said he made $200,000 from last year's 4th of July.
All right, so he made $200,000 from Nathan's. He goes to their competition, which is going to be like a plant-based hot dog instead of a pork-based hot dog.
He just signed a deal with the Impossible.
Just an endorsement deal.
Yep.
To put his name on
so
there.
So now doesn't he have to, stretch his stomach out? And I got to think that really that's probably not medically good for you.
I mean, he's got nothing left to prove in the food eating game. I just didn't think this is how the greatest of all time was going to go out.
Yeah, but I mean, how many?
But it's his choice.
Yeah, he signed the deal.
So,
Yeah,
if,
and I'd
so,
much
if I, so
rather.
if I had a Domino's pizza eating contest,
Me and Lummy, please,
he
sign up.
could be sponsored by Pizza Hut and come in and wear a Pizza Hut shit to my
I
Domino's.
mean, the
pizza.
official uniform of the NFL is Nike, but guys are wearing Adidas cleats all the time.
That's
different.
so different.
That's like I said the Live and PGA when they Live, the PGA wouldn't let Live players in. It's competition. You
Well,
know,
I mean,
that's how it is.
Right. So they made a choice to go get paid $500 million like John Rahm.
Exactly.
You know,
And PGA said we don't want you here.
Well, and now
aren't they merging? Aren't PGA and Live merging?
There's talks about trying to do something collaborative, which they'll do.
Did Live put a hurting on the talent level of PGA?
I mean, Liv's got some really good golfers, you know, but I wouldn't say that they put a hurting on it. I mean, you know, they've got 5 or 10 of the best golfers in the world. The rest are still on the PGA Tour.
I think it's a little bit somewhat like how the USFL and the NFL.
When they used to compete for those 2 or 3 years and before the NFL ran them out. So do you think though?
Liv has more money,
but in this situation, doesn't Liv have all the money? Like their money's is endless.
It's the PIF fund,
right? It's the oil. It's the Saudi Arabian oil money deal. So they look at the PGA and be like, bitch, if you want to get into a pissing match, we don't care. We don't care.
Well, no, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. That's why they're paying players $500 million to,
and regardless if they win or not,
right?
So they're paying some of these guys just like show up money.
Yeah, private jets and everything.
Yeah,
hundreds of millions.
Yeah, listen, if Joey Chitwood can't barf down 62 hot dogs this 4th of July, I think there's probably maybe the sport. And let me to even call this a sport is a little bit ridiculous. But I mean, you know what? I really think that this particular sport needs a change. I'm tired of Joey Chitwood. What if the same team? What if the Dodgers won 18 out of the past 20? We would hate the Dodgers. I think everybody hates it. I think everybody hates Joey Chitwood.
Just scared of greatness.
Just get out of here, Joey Chitwood. You're tired of you winning all the time. Let's let somebody else
I think
win.
Americans love Joey Chestnut. I think he's been the only reason some of these people turn on the hot dog competition these last couple of years.
Listen, man, if Joey Chestnut can go get $5-8 million and not have to stretch his stomach out every July, and I got to think that probably might have some long-term medical effects. You can, go get it.
Well, he is in the Major League Eating Organization, so.
What does that mean?
They do other.
He does stuff
hot
year
dogs.
round, yeah.
Wings.
But none of it's me. It's all impossible. It's all the plant-based stuff, right?
Well, that just depends on each competition.
Event.
Yeah.
Anyway, go to mybookie.ag now and get a generous sign-up bonus by using promo code Bubba. Again, you must use my promo code Bubba to get the sign-up bonus. Again, mybookie.ag. Now, whether it's a casino game, whether it's live sports bet booking, which I think we put 1,000 on Detroit because Seth said that he had felt it in his bones, and we're going to end up losing that.
Go Mavericks.
Rudy, 20 on the Cash App.
The one thing that we can play and you can play is any type of casino game, whether it's roulette, whether it's craps, whether it's blackjack, poker, whatever. They got a whole casino section. That's where we tend to gravitate.
Yes.
I think we still got 1,000 on the Mavs to win in 7, so we're gonna probably lose that one. So
anyway, we'll see tonight, Bubba. I mean,
right.
Porzingis is ding.
So here we go, Tom. It's not letting me. Do I have to re-sign? Do I have to re-sign in? You think?
This deal should work. What?
Yeah. So let me re-sign in so I'm not late, and we'll come back and play blackjack. Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show will be back after this.
I don't think I'm signed in, Lummy.
Oh, that's a problem.
But I thought I was. Let me see.
I just don't see how people can expect. I mean, if you're the sponsor of that event, I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Well, I want you to pay me. I want it to be your event, but I'm gonna be sponsored by your competitor.
Yeah, exactly.
How does that work?
I'm gonna go to someplace that wants to eliminate hot dogs.
All right, Tom, listen, look on the screen. I got a 16 and the dealer's showing a 15. Do I hit that?
Okay. Well, the dealer is showing a 5, right?
Well, yeah, but you don't you always say that's a 15?
Yeah, no, you do not hit that.
Do not.
Never.
Roberto.
Okay, I'm gonna save the next for the air because I'm down to fucking $1,700.
Oh no.
Well, you could just bet smaller.
Wow.
We don't do that, Tom.
We'll bet small if we lose this one.
You know, I'm honestly very disappointed in the way that everybody is downplaying the accomplishments of the greatest American athlete of all time in Joey Chestnut. Have fun watching some skinny Japanese guy win the hot dog title on the 4th of July. How American is that going to make you feel, Lummy?
You won't win.
Hey, Lummy.
Yes.
Brett's full hot on this Jitwa deal.
He's a legend. We're talking about him like he's washed up.
He's a moron. It's your biggest thing, and you're gonna go.
Did they kick the fucking Verizon car in the NASCAR when they were running the Nextel Cup?
Yeah, but hold on.
It's different though.
Hold on, this
No,
guy's
it's not.
This guy's getting paid.
NASCAR, Nathan's is not a sponsor.
Hold on. Joey's not being wronged here. He's being rewarded, you dumbass.
Rewarded?
Yeah, he's getting paid.
By being banned from the competition?
There's other competition.
He chose money over the competition.
That's right.
He made a choice. I don't blame him.
Would you be mad if Tom Brady went to the XFL because he was getting paid $100 million?
That'd be must-see television. What are you talking about?
But so he wouldn't be in the NFL.
He came out of
anymore.
retirement?
But yeah, but he wouldn't be in the NFL.
Lummy, what?
So
what are you doing right after? What's right after the show today? Your guys' little.
No, we're coming back after the Tarpons game. We were gonna. I'm getting with Macho.
Are you taking this
our
with-
little show.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do a show, a quick little show, tape it from the podcasting deal.
You got time. There's no sports show today.
And I was gonna tape it, Lummy, about you and I doing the belt name change.
Oh, okay.
So like I'd have a screwdriver, or you'd have a screwdriver, and you'd be sitting beside me. And so we need to tape that today, right after the show.
Okay.
I'm gonna promote that we're gonna tape a belt show.
Jim Flask.
And then Lummy, get whoever wants to be on Cameo, get
pictures and everything.
Yeah, and you got to help me. You're gonna have to help me figure out the back end on that.
No problem.
Man, that temperature shot up fast out there.
Yeah.
What did?
Well, I mean, it's now it's like 87 degrees, and all wet.
What does that matter?
It's hot.
It's gross out.
Oh,
don't you care about how the outside elements
No,
are?
I'm worried about fucking for another hour and
36 minutes.
Yeah, doing a good show and not worrying about your bullshit or as long
What's
as
my bullshit? It's out. It's small talk about the weather.
me and Lummy are taping a podcast today.
I'm sorry, with who?
Me and him.
You guys are doing a franchise and you're not even telling me?
Yeah.
I thought I was the podcast boss.
It's a one-off.
Well, about what?
The belt.
You're doing a one-off podcast about the belt?
Yeah.
It's on video.
You don't think I'm talented enough to be able to pull something off?
Wait, it's on video. Okay, I mean, that's a live show you guys are doing today?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not a live show. Tape.
Okay.
Tape.
All right, about the belt, about the show belt.
Yeah, it hasn't had a name change. Like all the names need to be shuffled, and that's a whole fucking whodunit in itself.
Okay, all right.
So
you want me to put that up, or is it going to be vid only?
Wherever you want.
Well, I can't really cross-pollinate with the video department unless it's agreed to ahead of time.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. Well, I want to make sure you make your money on YouTube.
Were you sleeping in and missed the first hour of the show?
Are you ready?
Don't worry, it's all at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Lummy, Seth is scoffing at my idea of doing an after show today.
Rudy, 20 on the Cash App.
Bitch, all I need is a microphone and something to talk about. I've been doing this long enough. As you know, Lummy, we have a show belt, the Jamie Northern Heat and Air, show belt, $3,000 show belt, provided by Wildcat. Is it Wildcat Belts?
I believe it is.
Currently, the belt is vacated.
Yes, it is.
Who was the last person to have it? I think it might have been, Rhett?
Was it Dan?
Dr. Dan.
Dan, you took it away.
Yeah.
Wildcatbelts.com. You got it.
Yeah. I took it away from Dan. Was it a mess up?
Oh, I don't know. It was probably just another day. I mean, I can't imagine.
Oh, sorry. No, it was Babyface when he had it for less than 15 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
You took it from Dr. Dan.
He was being a real dick about it.
Yeah. You took it from Dr. Dan and gave it to Babyface, who lost it in 15 minutes. And it's been sitting there since.
There you go. So anyway, go to mybookie.ag, get an account. When you sign up, they're gonna have a promo code that you can type in. Type in Bubba. It gives you a little extra on your first initial deposit. We, every month or so, Lummy, we'll do a little endorsement with them. They give me like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to blow. Sometimes, one time I took $25,000 and turned it into $130,000.
Yeah.
But none of the money's real. That's why we play so reckless with it.
Our streak hasn't been that good recently.
No, we've not been doing really good. So we got Tom Bean here.
So it's similar to being the banker in electronic monopoly.
Oh, there we go.
I think I probably do better as the banker than. Now see, I just got screwed there.
Oh, that's not good.
All right, we're gonna have to start betting a little bit. We only got $1,700 worth. So let's go. Was that 400, 300? 300. We're playing. By the way, we're playing casino blackjack. And we got a 9, and it looks like they got a 19. Now, Tom, this is what I do: is I double these. I double down.
No,
you don't double down.
9 into a 9. So if you get a 10, you can tie. Sure, let's do that.
No. I want to only. No, Tom. Please don't be cynical. Tell me what to do, please. I'm asking. Hit. Okay, hit. All right, now double down. Oh
no, that's a 12.
You got to hit again.
Hit again.
Oh. There we go.
Oh, now of course we stand. We won.
Yeah.
See, I need to listen to Tom more often because I would have doubled it. I would have doubled down on it, got the 3,
and lost.
And then that means the 8 would have gone to them.
No,
they wouldn't have hit because they flopped over at 18.
Oh, yeah.
They have 18. You have 12. You lose.
Now, are you counting cards there right now, Tom?
I don't know that he counts cards. He just knows the situations you're supposed to do.
Well, I can count cards, but this isn't shuffling. It's not playing.
So Tom, we got an 8. We got an ace, 7, 8, or 18. They're showing a 5. What do we do?
Now, if you want to play aggressive, this can be a double because
you can't double. You can't
it's
double.
It's not letting me double.
Oh, see, so.
See, when I want to double, they offer it. When you want to double, they don't. What's that show, Lummy? When you're supposed to double, they don't let you, and when you're not supposed to double, they do.
That's right.
So, Tom, I like the 18 with them showing a 5. I stand, but do you hit it or do you stand?
I don't stand because if the dealer makes a hand, you can't win. So because you have 8. If you get an ace, a deuce, or a 3, you make your hand better. If you get any 10 or we'll make it simple, picture card, you would still have 18. So
some people would say if you're playing against them that you're taking that card away from the 5.
All right, so I got 2 degenerate gamblers here that play 2 different ways. So I am just Switzerland here. So it's between you two. Tom says hit.
You can make your hand better. So I hit.
You hit. So hit. Oh, it's even say. Hold on, Tom. It even says, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, I have 18. Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
Okay, now I got a 14.
Now you stay. You're going to play for them to break.
Okay, stand.
Tom I'm lying.
Till anyone. That's hilarious.
Hold on. You just can't laugh when you lose and make it a big deal when I lose. That was horrible. We got beat.
Yeah, that's cards.
Okay, hold on. We're showing an 18. They're showing an 8. You got to stand.
Yep.
We were hoping for a push at best.
Break, bust.
Or a bust.
There
There we go. Bust. Okay, what do we start with, Lummy?
We started with, what's it, 2,700?
By the way, this is the last day we got Tom Bean in here, so I'm going big, Lummy.
That's right.
Look at this. I'm going to go.
All in, pretty much?
I'm going to leave myself $250 for tomorrow.
Oh, perfect.
Okay? Here we go. You ready? What do we got on? Lummy, what do we got out there? How much we at?
1,800.
1,800. Here we go. Bet. 3.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's hard.
Oh, Jesus. We got junk. We got a 7. We got a 3, 4. And the dealer's showing a 10. I mean, you got to hit it, right, Tom?
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, 17. All right. We can't do anything with that. We got to stand.
Yep.
Right? Stand. Oh, okay, Lummy, we're done with this for today.
$49.
You can't be mad at the Mavericks now.
Did you guys see the Kevin Spacey interview with Pierce Morgan and how bad it really is? You know, at one time, I mean, they say Kevin Spacey has just made some. He's an
he was like the best actor going for a while in the conversation.
Yeah, for a while he was like, one of the top 5 to 10 guys.
What was that show on Netflix where he was the president?
Oh, House of Cards.
House of Cards.
Yeah, but he got sued for supposedly he was the executive producer on House of Cards, and there was like a creative impasse or something like that, and the show or somebody within the show sued him for $30 million, and they won. And so, I think everything he may have made on House of Cards, he lost in a lawsuit. And I'll tell you right now, lawsuits will bring you right down to zero.
Well, I know he was in American Beauty, and I think that won Best Picture that year. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
He's so broke from all of these sexual misconduct stuff, of which he's been found not guilty. There's been 2 instances that he's gone. One in the UK and one in America where women, or I think might have been men, said that he grabbed their genitalia or did something. And he won, and he's won. There's one more in the UK he has left, but he's won both of his by convincing fashion. But he goes on to tell Pierce Morgan that, and at one time I think he had his value at $75 million.
Now it's saying he's worth minus $2 million.
And they're saying, no, hold on. He breaks down here and starts saying he was maybe having to file bankruptcy. And that just shows you, Tom, I know obviously you could be riding high on the hog and you make, a couple of missteps, like film your best friend blasting your wife. And next thing you know, you got these lawsuits and you're done. They start when corporate America starts running you through lawsuits, or overzealous fans that you might have grabbed the guy's ass on, or you didn't. That would be the worst, Lummy. Just because you're famous, and some guy says you grabbed his, but you didn't. You didn't grab the guy's ass clearly because you went to trial, but they took you all the way to trial. Tom, could you get your legal fees back on something like that if somebody said that you grabbed him and you didn't? You went to a trial and you were found, they acquitted you at trial. Could you at least get your attorney's fees back?
It depends on the jurisdiction and how you would do it. I don't know if it was a state court or a federal court. Like in Florida, you could file an offer in lieu of judgment if it was in state court. If it was in federal court, there's, Rule 11 and Rule 10 stuff. I mean, you can potentially.
What's that? The Hyde Act, which our good friend Todd Foster, there's only been a few people ever be able to successfully get attorney fees against the government. It's called the Hyde Act, and our good friend Todd Foster might be, if he still may only he might be the only guy ever to get to Hyde Act, and if not, there's only a couple, and he's one of them.
Yeah, I think that was the Eisenberg
in the Eisenberg case. Yeah.
Even if you win and you have a right to fees, does the person
Have
that
the
sued
ability to
you
pay.
Have the ability to pay?
Probably not. They're trying to get you for grabbing my ass. They probably don't have any money.
But at the end of the day, I don't understand how, something like this, if there's nothing to it, I mean, how does it
I don't know.
cost you millions and millions of dollars to defend it?
Because you know how much legal fees are, if anybody does.
Yeah, I understand,
Oh,
but
here we
it's
go.
not a complicated issue.
Here we go. And by the way, I guess he has like 3 properties, Lummy, and the place that I guess one's in Baltimore, and that's where he stayed last night. And he says that he's getting ready to lose that home to auction. That's how bad it is.
But he's got other homes?
Yeah, but he's going to probably end up losing it all.
Well, these are tricky headlines when it says that Kevin Spacey's losing his home.
Well, listen.
Where do you live now?
Where do you live now?
Well, it's funny you asked that question because
And I've always really liked Kevin Spacey. I always have.
This does look like an acting job, though.
week where I have been living in Baltimore is being foreclosed on. My house is being sold at auction.
Really?
So I have to go back to Baltimore and put all my things in storage.
Really?
So the answer to that question is I'm not quite.
Man, just like Seth, if somebody came to you and said, Seth, who do you think's got it worse right now in life, you or Kevin Spacey? You'd be like, well, of course I do. Please, I'm begging for $50 for lunch from Bubba. Times are suck. Kevin Spacey is getting ready to lose his house in Baltimore. He's got to go pack up all the items.
Not sure where I'm going to live now, but I've been in Baltimore for since we started shooting House of Cards there.
So how long is that?
I moved there in 2012.
So this has been your home for 12 years?
Well, not this particular place, but this place has been my home and Evan and Lucy's home since 2016.
Why is it being foreclosed?
Because I can't pay the bills that I owe.
Are you facing bankruptcy?
Been a couple of times when I thought I was going to file, but we
Me too.
managed to sort of dodge it.
Me and Kevin got a lot in common.
At least as of today.
How much money do you have?
None.
Really?
Well, I mean, you have some sense of legal bills.
Yeah.
I still owe a lot of legal bills that
You're
I have not been able to pay.
You're actually in debt?
Yes.
Do you mind me asking how much you owe?
Like Mim Pierce, you're really peeling this back, buddy.
Yeah.
It's considerable.
Millions?
Many millions, yes. The house itself is many millions.
What are you going to do?
Now, Tom, if he owns a house free and clear, he'd be able to maybe take care of some of those legal bills, but he probably leveraged that to the guilt to be able to continue to pay some of the legal bills. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, who knows?
Nothing sucks is when you got your house, you got a lot of equity in your house, you're kicking ass. Then you got to go get a big ass loan against your house to pay for your federal legal bill.
Oh.
That'll take you down to zero real fast. I know.
Wow.
Back on the horse.
That's right, I'm back on a horse. The horse that Tom Bean put me on in 2017 called Twitch. I told him he was an idiot. Just like I told him about our app.
It's so crazy how you can always relate to like Kevin Spacey's in the news, Donald Trump, Hunter Biden.
Well, hold on.
Anybody that
I gotta be Hunter Biden and be a crackhead?
No, I'm just saying anybody just all the stuff in the news.
I didn't buy a gun while high on drugs.
I don't know.
Well, maybe I did.
Just saying, you're able to. It's a brilliant thing that you're able to do is to relate to all the big stories in the news.
When you've suffered through some of the things that these people have suffered through, and you know what federal legal bills cost, and you've been sued 5 or 6 times, and Tom will be the first one to tell you.
You can relate.
I'm never the plaintiff. I'm always the defendant, and that's always a lot of money.
You can relate.
Because when you're the plaintiff, Lummy, it's you on offense, and you thinking you're going to get something.
Yeah.
But when you're the defendant, you're on defense, and you're just trying to keep them off you and not have to pay. That's a victory for you, is not having to pay. Victory for them is cleaning your clock.
Back on the horse.
You don't think that was an acting job?
No, not at all.
Really?
Not if you investigate what he's going through and the 2 court cases that he had. No, not at all.
You don't think that he has any friends that would let him borrow money to live? I mean, like to get a home, to get stuff that...
Does he got a Tom Bean? Because you know what? I went to Tom Bean and borrowed $100,000 one time.
I mean, I would hope so.
I don't know.
I would hope that he does.
Tom may be right up. It's first time I ever borrowed money from Tom that he actually drew up some paperwork on. Usually I'd be like, Tom, I need like $5,000 or something. He'd be like, no problem. But when you go to the hundreds, yeah, Tom had to bring out. Tom, did you not paper it?
I would get murdered by my accountants and other people.
No, by your wife.
Yeah.
What was it for,
Actually,
Bubba?
I'm going to be honest with your wife. I think your wife would be cooler about it than you would be. I think your wife would be like, man, that's Bubba. He's family.
What was the 100 for?
It was for my, if I can say, Tom, I'm not going to lie. And if it was for the last bit of my legal, it was the last third of my, it was the last.
It was legal fees.
It was legal fees as I was preparing for trial. See, they get you for all these legal fees, Seth, and then when there's actually trial, they're like, "Oh, guess what? We need trial to get ready for trial fees."
Now,
like,
is this
what?
Is this the lawyer? Is this lawyers or like the state? Who?
No,
do you
the
have
lawyers.
Oh, the lawyers. Okay.
Federal. And when you're in that, like state schmate, state's cheap as hell. Federal, whew. I mean, right, Tom? You've been in state court. You've been in federal court. Federal's a whole nother level of money that it costs. The attorneys are more expensive. Everything's more expensive.
Can be.
So I mean, I needed $100 for my last little kicker, and I went to Tom. I was like, Tom, you're in this with me. I mean, you didn't do it, but you've done most of the legal work for me. So I did. I got that, and I'm not gonna say who, but if I was to be intellectually honest, I also borrowed a large sum of money from a very, 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 very well-renowned radio executive.
And he wouldn't want you to talk about it.
And I'm not going to mention any names, of course, and I'm not even going to go in further about who it is because people would figure it out. But a very well-established radio executive lent me a considerable amount of money.
Mancow?
And yeah, man, we'll go with that.
There you go.
Right, Tom? We go with Mancow.
Absolutely.
Mancow gave me $225.
Nice.
Tom gave me $100.
Howard.
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah.
Tim Sabian.
But Tom, will you not agree? I'm sure you will. That when I settled and had the opportunity, I immediately paid them back. Everybody got paid back.
Yep.
So, including you.
Yep.
So,
you do any interest at all, Bubba, or just
no? I don't think they did any interest.
A little clean 100.
I think Tom did a little interest.
No.
I think I insisted. Like I'm like, no. I'm like Tom. Let's throw in another 5K.
No.
Come on, Tom.
No.
I'm trying to make myself look good.
I know.
Tom Brady's final game pants sell for $89,000 at an auction. Now, Lummy, do you think my Reggie White pants probably aren't as much as Tom Brady's? Would you believe?
Yeah, probably not as much.
But I mean, if you think about the totality of it, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Reggie White. Hold on.
I already know where you're going.
Reggie White arguably was one of the best defensive ends of all time.
Yeah.
I don't think you're getting $50K for those pants, though.
All right, hold on. These pants that I have were also the last pair of pants that the greatest defensive end of all time wore. And the greatest defensive end of all time is now deceased, no longer with us. And they're signed. These aren't signed, Lummy.
I don't think those are signed.
These aren't signed, and mine are signed. Reggie White, Corinthians 1:13 or 1 Corinthians 13, and Lummy, mine have been authentized or whatever you're supposed to say, authenticated.
Yep.
By one of these big authenticators.
Yes.
Did he write a custom inscription on the autograph?
Yeah.
He say, thanks, Bubba, for being a great friend. I know you'll never sell these.
No. It was just Reggie White, 1 Corinthians 13. And it was his Pro Bowl pants the year that Tony Dungy coached the NFC.
28 grand.
Well, Lummy, how would we go about getting them auctioned?
I texted Daniel Rose. He said he's working on it.
Bubba, these...
Because, Tom, did you know I had those pants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bubba, that is not worth $89,000. Those are not gonna. I don't think those are gonna appreciate. Like I don't understand. Like the pants. I mean, maybe the jersey we could talk, but the pants.
Why? But that's good for us. It puts us in the pants market.
I know.
Before it's always been just the jersey market. Well, now there seems to be a pants market.
But I think that
my pants weren't worth crap when there wasn't a pants market. But as soon as the GOAT makes a pants market, I got some pants.
That's right.
Well, the pants market's only going to be hot for maybe like 48 more hours, Bubba. So we better turn around to get Daniel Rose on those Reggie White pants.
He's working on it.
I got the last pants.
He says we could start at 10K.
Oh, come on.
Start? How about start at 25?
No, what the hell?
My guess is they'll go for 28 at most.
By the way,
28,000?
At most.
Bubba, the minimum bid for Tom Brady's was 10. So if you want to go above 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I need to start mine at 20. Because I'm only gonna have 1 or 2 people that are interested in it.
Well, so on the Tom Brady one person bid $67,500. So
and I'm sure that they market these things in all the Bucks, chat rooms and Facebook groups. And
the auction houses are they have a lot of followers.
They get into the very much collectors of, there's probably a handful of very, very astute and rich.
No, yeah, they don't go to the fan groups. You got to be like
you might even be on a register where you've registered as a high-end buyer.
Your premium bidder. You have to be a premium bidder.
Let's say, for instance, I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. And if I made the kind of money I used to make, I could register with some auction house and say, listen, any Green Bay Packer item that, like if a Paul Hornung jersey came or a Bart Starr or something like that, contact me because I'd be interested in knowing, about that stuff. So I'm sure that there's probably a large amount of really rich people that have already registered. So there's some, and wouldn't you arguably say the Packers are one of the most popular franchises in all of NFL?
Correct.
Them, Dallas, Philly, Chicago.
Steelers. Would you ever...
Steelers are probably the iconic franchises.
Would you ever... Bubba, would you ever buy anybody's pants, anybody's shorts, any athletes... Anything from the waist down.
Think about the think about the pants. You got the dong factor too.
What?
With the shirt, you don't have anything naughty or sexual that rubbed against that shirt. But at least with the pants, Reggie's dong was rubbing up against them.
We addressed the gay accusations that people have had against you yesterday. We talked about that on the podcast. You denied it. You were trying to start a Mr. America to compete with Mrs. America because you think hot dudes should be strutting around. There was something else you had going on, and now you're talking about the dog factor that enhances it. Some people would take away that how much it's worth.
You and Kevin Spacey really do have a lot in common.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
As soon as it spots one, hit it.
Dude, I hope they're just...
Well, we'll see.
I mean, I hope you do. I haven't seen a pants market.
Well, I just did.
Well, I think they're probably pretty famous, though. I mean, Reggie White was a beast.
Oh, no, absolutely.
And the fact that it's the Green Bay Packers, makes it, something, plausible, too. If you're a hardcore, big-time Green Bay Packers fan, I mean, it's something that you might want to have.
Right?
You need 2 hardcore.
I don't know about the whole dong factor. I think that's a little creepy.
Yeah.
You just need 2 hardcore fans going at it that are bidding each other up.
Realistically, they belong in Canton.
Yeah, but you're not going to lose out on.
But I checked the Canton fucking deal.
They own it.
They write a little fucking You know, like a little gimmick that big that says donated by fucking Tom Bean, and you can write it off on your taxes as a contribution, but that's it. You get and they own them they own them forever.
Right. Well, I mean, if you could get somebody to appraise them and say they're worth $75,000, which you might not be able to sell them for $75,000,
then you would.
And
but would the tax credit really help you that well?
Well, if you got a $75,000 tax credit, you know.
So that's the same as having the money.
No, it's not tax dollars. It's off income. So
no, but you're taking that off. You're taking that off your income.
Lower your taxable income by $75,000. Right. So based on your tax bracket, if you are at a 30% tax burden, you'd end up, getting $22,500 worth of
value
tax credit savings.
You know what? Skippy has a good point. Caitlin Clark shorts.
With her puss on it?
Okay, that's not. I was just saying it. That's something. Those would be hot right now.
We got Caitlin right here. They're being racist to this girl.
They wouldn't be worth anywhere near. The big distinction is they're the last pants
that he ever wore as a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
In football, that's a big deal.
That's
true. It kind of
yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
And Dion got him for me.
I'm gonna start asking guys for their pants after games.
There you go.
Instead of they do the jersey swap, I'll just be like, "Can I have your pants?"
No, they're already onto it. As soon as Tom Brady fucking
now they're gonna sell their own pants.
Yeah, Tom Brady just fucked up the whole fucking pant market.
I don't think Tom Brady got shit for those pants, by the way. I don't think he was. I don't think.
Oh, fuck bullshit! Alex, his little fucking nip that goes everywhere with him, even the roast.
I thought they broke up.
No, they broke up their TB12 nutritional company, but because it was doing shitty after he was no longer a player. But he lives with Alex lives with Brady. So everywhere he goes, Alex goes. So you don't think that the minute Tom's taking his shit off, that Alex, they're collecting their own.
I mean, I don't know, but I don't. I mean, maybe
knowing that shit's worth. I mean, the game used market is fucking. I saw a Steve Stamkos game used warm up jersey, the ones they just wore for
the Pride stuff and all that. Yeah,
that he wore just during warm ups, and it went for like $16,500.
Well, like game worn stuff is. I mean, that is popular.
Like it wasn't even the one he wore during the game. It was they all switched out. Darren Kearns picked these pants up. He was the equipment manager. Each head coach brings their own equipment manager. So when Dungy went out there, the guy that was dating Anita, my news girl at the time, Darren Kearns, was the equipment manager for the Bucks. And so I used to go over there when they were over by the airport, over that real shitty place over there where they practice, and hang out with them. So the coach takes his own equipment guys. So he was the Pro Bowl equipment manager, and so when all the guys were taking their pants off and shit, he just went over there and grabbed Reggie's for me, and then brought them back to me. He said I couldn't grab I couldn't grab more than a couple pairs.
Yeah,
I'm looking like a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But think about the people that do the laundry and shit. That's the final destination. They could have taken them all.
Okay.
Or the clubhouse manager.
They
should. They probably have to sign a contract that says they can't.
Yeah, probably. And in today's world, but not in '99.
Yeah. That's probably where those equipment guys. The cool players probably gave them stuff.
Yeah, or some of the guys back in the day before the autograph game.
You want to hear all the times Hulk Hogan or Tucker Carlson called in? I like that idea. We have it all for you on BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Tom Bean in today, and man, it's flown by. We're only here for an hour. And then Lummy, I figured you and I would maybe tape a special. I got a little one-off show that I want to do with you today. Just me and you at the podcasting table.
I can't hang out with you guys.
No, because you were making fun of it earlier.
I know. So let me make fun of it while we're doing it.
Yeah, I guess if you want to sit in the couch.
I'm just asking if you want. I'm free. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Do you want? I'll hang out.
I want Lummy to sit beside me. So Lummy, you're going to have to find a chair or something.
Okay.
To sit beside me because you're going to have to help me screw the screws in.
No problem.
And stuff like that. And then Seth, you could probably be on the guest microphone with your snide little snowflake and woke ass comments.
Yes.
But you think I'd be able to? It's not going to go too long, is it?
I'd say we could probably do it in 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And it's not going to be live, right? It's going to be pre-recorded. You
Yeah,
said?
pre-recorded.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to get the cameras all set, I mean, it's going to be a 2-shot. I guess it would be me and Lummy and one camera. And do we have the ability to do a 2-shot up there?
Not yet.
Looks like it's going to be a 1-shot. I meant.
We only have one camera output hooked up.
Is this
for the time being?
Is this just a way to prove yourself, Bubba, that you said you could make anything interesting?
No, it's here's the deal.
Because you're unscrewing a belt on a podcast.
Listen, numbnuts. We need to do it. We haven't done it in a long time. We got a lot of deserving people that need to be on the belt, and it's been a while since I've done, a name placard change. Well, I don't think that it's long enough to be able to make it a show. So I figured Lummy and I would just tape ourselves doing it on the table real fast and offer it as some exclusive footage on, Insta, Twitch, Twitter, whatever the hell.
Yeah,
just like maybe a little 7-minute deal.
Yeah, we'll put it up everywhere.
Maybe try to make like a food review. Which, by the way, Lummy, I need to do one, and you need to find me a place.
Right. I mean, what's your feelings on Checkers?
I'm looking for new
brisket now.
I'm looking for new things.
Yeah, they got the new
Checkers
brisket.
is great. Tell me about the new Checkers
I'm
sandwich.
looking it up.
Maybe send it to me.
Yeah.
Do they have a video?
I think it's like a brisket cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right down my white trash alley.
Yeah.
Please.
It was on. Yeah, they have commercials running on it now.
Well, can you send me one?
I'm gotta look it
and
up.
why is it taking you so long to get this information to me? I mean, I shouldn't have to ask you. You being the executive producer, you should be like, "Hey, Bubs, food review this Thursday. Brisket Checkers."
We did ask you the other day, but we won't go there.
Hold on. What did you ask me?
Rhett and I we were talking at during the morning meeting, and you just said, "Yeah, remind me." So
I said, "What?"
You kind of went, "Yeah."
I blew you off.
Kind of.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
remind me.
Because we were working on the Saturday stuff.
Yeah, well, we
So I
got
think
all that handled now.
Yes, we do.
All right. So
and I sent you the link for.
Maybe Seth, since it's only a one cam. You know what, Seth? You can sit up there. Just whatever. I don't care.
Okay.
But Lummy and I are going to work on the belt a little bit, and maybe it'll suck, and the content will be horrible, and nobody will watch it, or maybe we'll get 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 or 15,000 views on the deal, and make a little something.
I sent you the Checkers.
You did?
Yes.
This is where I might be potentially going today.
Yeah.
Where's the nearest Checkers?
By St. Joe's.
Do you agree with the Howard Stern staffer that your reviews are disgusting?
Tom, have you seen any of my reviews?
Yeah.
Are they disgusting?
No.
I think they're me. I think they're Bubba. Dog eating out of my mouth, only half the sandwich because I'm a fat ass. Got my assistant Merch Crick there. Got my 2004 Crown Vic with the lights on. I tell them that, I got a food review. I give them a bumper sticker. I then review the sandwich. Maybe I do a little extra smack. You know what? Maybe, Lummy, I'm now going to be a little bit mindful of, eating a little bit more, politely. Maybe having a little bit more table manners.
More couth?
It's tough to eat, a big sandwich inside your car. And not.
It's tough to eat as like a sub, Bubba, but you're just eating like a burger.
I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
They say it's tough. I'm trying to do it fairly quickly. So anyway, Lummy, these are the new.
You enjoy it. You jowl it up.
Yeah. I enjoy my food. Look at me.
Yeah, you jowl.
Some people probably don't enjoy. I like food. Look.
Jowl it up.
So, Lummy, these are the new. Lummy, these are right down my alley.
Yeah, exactly.
The barbecue brisket melt, the brisket bosswich.
I think you gotta get the bosswich.
And then Merch Crick likes loaded fries, so finally she could get something.
But it's got meat on it. She's not going to eat that.
No, she'll eat the loaded fries with no meat. No, she likes bacon.
Oh, there you go.
The brisket bosswich, be the boss of the barbecue Checkers and Rally's new brisket bosswich. Features 100% beef hamburger patty. So you got a hamburger patty.
Yep.
Piled high with smoky beef brisket, American cheese, sweet and smoky barbecue sauce,
Lummy, all I got to do is get no dill because I don't like pickles.
Take the pickles off.
So I'm pretty much getting away. A lot of people give me a hard time when I take things off and put things on. So Lummy, I'm just going to get it like when I go there, like, welcome to Checkers. I'm just like, yeah, can I get the brisket boss switch with no pickles?
Oh, and yeah, Checkers has the AI now for their ordering.
Oh, that's right. Remember I tried to trip them up?
Yes.
And their Checkers AI is unbelievable. Lummy, knowing that, I'll try to trip the AI bitch up.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go. I think I have to go today or tomorrow. So Lummy, if it's just red onion and pickles, all I have to do is take off the pickles, and I'm gonna have now. What's the difference between that or just the brisket melt? This seems like a little bit more of a daintier sandwich.
Yeah, you don't get as much brisket.
I don't think that one has the burger on it.
Oh, you're right. That one's just straight brisket.
That's for beta cucks. You don't want that.
Yeah. Would you shut up?
What are you talking about, man? That's not. It's just.
I hate that word.
Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't.
He's like a cat. If he really if he really messes up, you use your squirt bottle on him, and he gets which in my case, Lummy is Febreze.
Come on,
he hates
man.
Febreze too.
Oh yeah, he hates any kind of fragrance or any kind of like Lysol or any kind of spray. He gets it's bad. Bad for his. He can go back here and blow, vape chuck rings in between breaks. But God forbid I have some Febreze to get that weed smell out of here. Okay. But it's okay for it's okay for you to chuck rings, bitch. But if I just throw up like
stop.
that, like, boom.
That's enough. I'll take a spray for my art.
Yeah,
I'm not going to censor my art for your feelings.
I'm not asking you to censor your art, but there's some words I don't like you to use. I just don't like it.
I know, Bubba, but
so can you stop? So I'm asking you, will you stop with a couple of those words?
But
they hurt my feelings.
Yes, I am sorry. I'll yes.
But that word's really loose. You really like to use that word when you're bringing it home.
Hey, okay, listen. In that moment, I ran it by myself and I go, it'll be worth it. And I got it out clean and I felt like it was worth it. And I won't do it again.
And you made me mad.
And I won't. I'll stop doing it. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
Lummy, I'm trying to hit the Hunter Biden try.
Each one of those felony charges has no mandatory minimum, meaning he could do.
Listen, I'm going to have an opinion on this. I'm sure Tom Bean is as well. And I think my opinion might surprise a lot of people. And we're talking about the Hunter Biden found guilty on 3 or 4 different felony charges, facing 25 years in prison. That guy won't do 1 day in prison. He's going to get similar to the same deal that he was going to get before they tripped this thing up. He's got, probation, house arrest, some kind of bull crap. And that's what he's getting. And in actuality, this wasn't really that big of a deal. This was kind of not that big of a deal, and there's probably been a lot of people that have erroneously checked that box when they've been at a gun show or a gun shop about, like, have you taken marijuana?
No, it's unlawful drugs.
Was it?
It says unlawful drugs.
Well, okay,
But it's not erroneous. I mean.
But here's the deal. In the Second Amendment doesn't have a drug provision in it. So it's like, you're kind of abridging my Second Amendment right, in lieu of I guess somebody's opinion as to whether I'm taking drugs or not. What are they going to have, a pee in a cup?
What? It's an opinion?
No, what I'm saying is, like, so you lie on it. How do they prove it? How do they prove?
Well, they just did. You just saw a trial where they did.
Anyway, I think it's pretty. I think that
this trial. I don't know what's going on, but this trial happened fast. It seemed like.
Oh, yeah, hold on here.
One of those felony charges has no mandatory minimum.
By the way, Hunter Biden's wife is hot.
Yeah, she's not too bad.
I mean, hot. How old is he? Old cracked out Hunter.
50-something.
Is he?
Yeah.
He looks pretty good.
No, he doesn't. He
felony
could use a
has
long
no
nap.
mandatory minimum, meaning he could do no jail time based on his.
He ain't doing no jail time, even if it was a Trump judge.
Record or lack thereof.
Jury deliberations in Hunter Biden's federal gun trial will so this is old Lummy. Because they came out.
Well, there's a different article. That one, this article is, and I wasn't trying to Brian you, but this was about the Russian warships.
Oh yeah.
But they just had the Hunter Biden trial thing up.
What do you think about that, Tom? Russia's sending warships headed to the Caribbean for drills as tensions rise over the Ukraine. Man, when you got... First of all, the Caribbean is really, 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 really far from Russia and probably takes a lot of money to get here. And then they're out there floating around doing, showing off and doing
tricks and stuff.
Right in our own backyard. I mean, Tom,
but they don't have the nukes, right? I heard.
What's that say? Like, Tom, what do they say? Is Putin trying to be a dick here?
Clearly.
And say, hey, man, what are you guys going to do about it? We're in international waters right out here by,
By Cuba.
By Cuba.
Well, I mean, it's not shocking. I mean, I don't know.
Do we send ships down there?
No. Yeah, let's escalate it. Let's go to straight out war with them. Let's do it.
Tell me and Tom think differently. Let me, if I'm President Clem, I got some boats floating down there, and Bean's like, you know what, we're just gonna leave them alone, let them do their thing. We'll keep an eye on them, but we're not doing nothing.
Are we doing anything near Russia, or is Russia responding because we're giving Ukraine weapons?
We only have 80 military bases in NATO countries completely surrounding Russia's western border. That's all. You know, Poland, Slovakia,
Yugoslavia,
Slovenia,
Sweden.
I mean, we're on their doorstep with military bases.
Yeah, with like Air Force bases and bombers and all kind of stuff. So they want to come out here and do a little floating gimmick out there by the Caribbean. Go ahead. You ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, they're creating their own NATO alliance.
Now, Lummy, this is a juror from the Hunter Biden deal, and I think he was saying there was deliberations where they were saying they didn't want to convict him, they wanted to find him guilty but no penalty or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
It's something.
Why do you think that is? I don't know, because we were so focused on the case and listening to the defense and the prosecutor and the witnesses that you weren't really nervous. What part did I actually become nervous about was when the trial was handed over to us. Then it became real. Okay, now we have to play the part, the defense and the prosecution and all the witnesses.
Has anybody?
They're done. Okay, now it's all right.
Has anybody ever been part of? I've never been in a jury before. I tell them who I am and they let me go immediately. Tom, have you ever been a juror?
No.
I haven't.
Rhett? No, you'd get out. You'd say I'm going to have anxiety.
No,
Rhett.
I did one time.
Not you. I mean, I'm talking about Seth.
No, I've never even been called on.
They would see that you're a nervous wreck, and they'd see all the medication you keep in your backpack, and then you want to chuck weed. Your Honor, we have a complaint. This guy here, as part of the jury, every time we go back to deliberate, he's chucking these O's.
I'd switch to edibles if I had a long jury, long trial.
So when's he going to get sentenced? They say about 4 months, and they're saying that Lummy that he's probably not going to get anything.
That's what they're saying. They're saying that if anything, he may get a year, but then obviously he'll appeal it.
Now, couldn't his dad, if this goes down while his dad's still in office, let's say his dad loses to Trump, he doesn't vacate office until the 21st of January 2025. Tom, could he pardon his son?
Was it federal?
Yes, I think it was.
Yeah, he could, but I'm pretty sure he said that he wouldn't.
Yeah, they've asked him in the past, and he said that he would.
Well,
not.
You say that when you're running for president. You don't say that when you're a lame duck and you got 41 days left.
And they didn't mention the commute part. They can commute a sentence.
Yeah, and plus people are saying that he's waiting for the tax one.
Now, it's come to my understanding that this was like the patty cake. This one wasn't that big of a deal, but the other two, the IRS one, and then the businesses that you had dealings with in China, like those two that are coming, are really kind of a big deal. Like those are the ones that could really hem him up.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
And do they have they strategically said, okay, let's throw him, let's get him guilty on this little pissant gun deal, and because we're gonna skate him on the other two.
Yeah, they said, yeah, kind of, and also it makes it look, because obviously Trump was found guilty that once again no one's above the law, so they got this one kind of out of the way. Is what they're saying.
Well, now he's a convicted felon, though. No, I guess he's not, is he? Or yeah, is he? Yeah, he's. I mean, I guess Hunter Biden's a convicted felon too now.
Yeah, he
correct?
can't own another gun.
Now, did you guys see? I was watching on Fox yesterday where they're saying Trump had to go in and tell the state of New York how many guns he had, and he said he had 3, but only 2 were in New York and 1 was in Florida.
Really?
And yes, and he's owned that gun, and he turned the 2 in New York in, and the 1 in, I guess the New York officials are trying to get a hold of the Florida officials, but our governor's stepping in and saying that like he may, and it's getting crazy because there's 1 gun that Trump owns at Mar-a-Lago that is his gun, and they're saying that technically, since he's a federal, he's a federal felon, that he can't have a gun in Florida either, no matter what your governor says. And so that supposedly is the latest crap storm that's coming down.
But he's not a federal felon.
Oh, he's a state felon.
Yeah, that case was in New York.
So if you're a state felon in New York, and you have a gun and multiple residents, isn't he a resident of Florida though?
Yes, he is.
I think he is. I think he declared residency in Florida.
I don't know what the laws are.
I think.
I mean, he is a Florida resident now.
Hey, Alexa, is Donald Trump a resident of Florida?
I don't have an answer.
How do you not know that one?
Because that's why Marco Rubio can't be vice president, because he's obviously a Floridian too.
Yeah, but I saw where Marco Rubio said that him being a state of Florida, that he was going to restore his voters' rights in Florida, so that he could vote for himself, for president.
But yeah, no, Donald Trump is a resident of Florida.
And so I think at that point, if you live in Florida, it's the state that you live in's rules, and you might be a felon in New York, but you're not. Maybe you're not recognized as a felon in Florida, and you're allowed to have that gun. But hold on, let's also not forget your bestest buddies with the governor. Not that you used to be, but you are now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wonder. Supposedly, this big gun deal in Florida is a big deal, from what the Fox people were saying.
Yeah, and his voting rights too. So.
So Aaron Rodgers has missed minicamp, and
he took some days off, I believe. What it was.
Yeah, this is the mandatory period.
Yeah.
This
of
is
OTAs.
Yeah, this is like you're supposed to be there. If you're only there, you're only not there if you're holding out. You're holding out on your contract,
Right.
which and you get fined for every day. I think it's $50,000 a day for missing mandatory minicamps.
They normally drop the fine when you sign the new deal.
Yeah, but he's not on a new deal.
It says it can be starts at 16,000, second day 33, and then 50 for the third
So
day. So
Aaron Rodgers, who I would think needs to be front and center with every jet thing that he could do, he is supposedly been excused from these mandatory minicamps, and the coach explains why.
Is Hassan Reddick attending minicamp?
No, so we've got 2 inexcused absences. One obviously being Hassan. Spoke to him over the weekend.
So, Lemmy, there's 2 dudes that they're not excusing, but Aaron Rodgers that instantaneously makes some of the guys on the team hate you, don't they?
I mean, it depends on either. I doubt that these guys in the locker room are holding anything against Aaron Rodgers for not being there.
He's supposedly at a Robert Kennedy convention.
Somebody cracked that on Twitter, man.
Spoke to him over the weekend. Appreciate the dialogue. He's in a really good place mentally, working his tail off like we already know, and but he's choosing to sit out this one inexcused. The second one is Aaron. Aaron and I spoke before OTA started. He's been very good in communication. He's been here the entire time. It's inexcused, but he had an event that was very important to him, which he communicated.
All right, so he communicated, but his is still inexcused too, though, right?
Yes.
Lummy?
Yes, it is. He is.
So
I mean, at this point, what?
So I saw this on Twitter. So people were trying to figure out like what was going on with Aaron Rodgers, what was the event, and I saw somebody took a screenshot, and it's actually true. Robert Kennedy is having an event in Glendale, California tomorrow. So I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers feels it necessary to be there in lieu of being at training camp for the Jets.
Well, that is just the pieces of the puzzle are getting put together by people that don't have jobs on Twitter.
As soon as he goes,
it's speculation. It's just speculation at this point.
Both inexcused, yes.
So are they getting fined?
They're both subject to the CBA fine schedule.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're Aaron Rodgers, what's 15,000, right?
Yeah, for a day.
Running a little bit long, Lum?
Yes, sir.
Time to get ready?
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Opponents getting indicted.
Oh, because if Trump gets president?
It's just,
Like Richard Nixon.
it's going to be the new cool thing.
Does it get your ass hauled up?
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bet?
Well, like Richard Nixon, I mean,
Remember didn't Richard Nixon brag that I'll take every one of you fuckers down that oppose me?
I don't remember, but, he clearly, broke laws in Watergate, and, resigned the presidency, and, we didn't indict him. It's just a different day.
We're going back to 6:20 on Monday.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
That's on your Twitter, Bubba.
What?
That picture.
Okay, good. Thank you.
What's up, Bulldog Tommy?
What's that? Oh, sorry.
Hey, Rudy. 25 on the Venmo. I mean, on the Cash App.
Cash App.
This says felony convictions occurring in another state require restoration of civil and firearm rights by the state in which the conviction occurred.
Huh.
So you can't have a gun. in Florida.
Could they get a Secret Service?
Trump brandishing a gun.
Yeah, but how about? But what if the governor? What if the governor restored your state? But DeSantis says that he would get involved and step in.
Maybe Marco.
I googled that Aaron Rodgers RFK thing, and nobody has it.
Nobody has it.
But I'm just saying I don't know if it, like I said, I don't know if it's true, but it really feels like it makes sense. I mean, unexcused. It's important to him. I mean, if it was something family related, they'd probably excuse it.
You're listening to the man that is best friends with Deion Sanders, Tony Stewart, and not Hulk Hogan. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Love me, my man from Indiana, John Costico. $100 of the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. Tom Bean's gonna maybe look into that and see if we can declare that a tip. And that would be huge. That's the kind of thing Tom Bean does. I mean, the real important stuff Tom Bean handles.
Thank you, Tom.
Well, they'd have to change the law first.
Tom, change the law. Lummy, I got to tell you, I'm so over the fact that the WNBA and other women are so jealous of Caitlin Clark, including the woman that used to be a player for Connecticut and then went on to be a coach on two different places, and now she's the head of the Olympic women's basketball committee. I forget her name. But, they're saying she's being influenced by all of her African-American players, and she's, taking, and they've left.
But she's white, right?
Yeah, she's white, but, I mean, she's taken supposedly, they've announced that Caitlin Clark's not going to be on the Olympic team for this next summer in Paris. And Brittany Griner, by the way, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it on your Twitter.
Oh, Lummy.
What'd you do?
I dropped my big, but I'll get it here in a minute. But it's far. It's deep.
You want to get under there?
Maybe. Hold on.
Caitlin, what was your reaction when you saw the USA team yesterday, the roster come out?
Yeah, I think I'm excited for the girls that are on the team. I know it's the most competitive team in the world, and I know it could have gone either.
I mean, this girl, she's got a good Tom Bean. She's got a good handler. This girl's got a really good handler. She keeps her head on straight. Boy, Tom, wouldn't it have been nice to have a client that listened and was, like, not a dick?
Way of me being on the team, me not being on the team, so.
I would have been, let me tell you something. I should have been on that team. Just telling you right now, I'm the best, and, can't believe it. Have some conspiracy theory on the deal. It's all because of that sex tape while they're keeping me off the team.
I'm excited for them.
I mean, I guess they don't want to sell out arenas and make money, do they? Because, at the end of the day, man, this woman makes a difference to the bottom line. Regardless of the outcome of the game, regardless of how well she plays or how many minutes she plays, it's been proven that when she comes to your city, you sell out. And I'm not talking about,
You usually sell your arena out. She's got the number right now. She's got the number 4 selling jersey amongst all NBA and WNBA players. If you mix them both together, she's got the number 4 selling jersey. And like all these bitches that are hard fouling her and saying that she needs to put her time in and all this kind of nonsense is ridiculous. It's just it's racist.
Well, what?
They didn't do this to Larry Bird when he came into the league. The black guys endorsed him. Well, I mean, they're like, come on in, white boy, make our game better. You know what? We weren't on TV till you got here. We didn't have chartered flights till you got here, Larry and Magic. Thank you.
Are we? We are talking about two different things here. But the impact on the WNBA is, no one can debate that. But her being on the Olympic team, like the lady who put together the Olympic team said, I'm not worried about ratings and drawing fans and all that. She's worried about putting together the best team.
Well, arguably, you got to say, this girl is one of. I bet you. I think her stats. She averages 16.3 points a game.
But it's not a WNBA All-Star game.
No, what I'm saying is you could go look at the roster and see, is she considered a shooting guard or a ball handling guard?
Well, it pretty much is a WNBA All-Star team. Where else are they going to get American players for our team other than the WNBA?
So it's the WNBA All-Star team, and it'd be interesting if you went through their 12 or 13-person roster and you specifically went to the guard category to see statistically where she ranks amongst the girls that made the team.
Well, she's the 15th ranked scorer in the WNBA right now.
Okay, but that's also including centers and forwards and guards.
But there's only 12 people on the team. So, she's 15th scorer. Look.
Look at the roster, find out who the guards are, and tell me what their totals are. Boom. And if they're, she's averaging, I think 16.8 points a game. I think that's her average.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
And so, you verified that. Now
she's the 9th leading scorer as a guard. 9th.
So she's the 9th guard. There's 8 better guards.
Yep.
Okay. I guess I
look at the end of the day.
They're screwing with her so bad.
I agree, but that comes with the territory. When you go into a sport and you're anointed as automatically going to be, potentially the greatest player in the history of the WNBA. It comes with a lot of pressure. You know, so
but throw race into. A lot of people want to stick their head in the sand and not talk about this. I want to talk about it. It's racist. It's African American women who don't like the fact that a white girl can come in here and garner all this attention. And you've had, I don't know, how many years has the league been around? 20?
Well, I don't know if that's I don't
1995, so
20 years.
I don't know if that's the case
30?
or not. But at the end of the day, they're foolish not to embrace what she can bring to the WNBA.
What she's brought. Every game's a sellout.
She's played 13 games, man.
Yeah, and guess what? They've sold out all 13.
Oh, okay, great. I'm just saying. I think that they need to embrace her and they need to understand what she can do to help the game. Look, it's no different than golf with Tiger Woods. There weren't any African American great, players before Tiger Woods. What has Tiger Woods done?
And guess what? There were no white guys talking smack about Tiger Woods. There were no. There were.
And there were.
But that's a whole different era. That's 20 years ago. If not more.
Wasn't it Fuzzy Zeller or something said to collard greens back in the day or something?
Yeah, he made a joke, Tiger won the Masters, so the winner of the Masters gets to pick the champion's dinner. He says, is it going to be fried chicken and collard greens?
That's right.
That's racist.
Right, it was. That's why I'm telling you it was back then too. Again, but Tiger handled it, similarly to the way that, Caitlin's handling it. And at the end of the day, there are other people in the WNBA that have played for years to try to get to a place where they can make the Olympic team. So I don't know whether she
but there's
deserves...
there's been all these players that have played in the WNBA that have had an opportunity to sell out arenas, that have had an opportunity to have an opportunity to have their games, the NCAA finals with Iowa and South Carolina for the first time in the history of basketball. Lummy, the women's game drew a larger television audience than the females. And it was because of this girl. So all of these women that have played in the league prior to her, that are hard fouling her and talking crap about she doesn't belong to the WNBA, you've had your opportunity. You've been in the league for how long to be that person that people gravitate to be that person to sell out arenas, to be that person to sell out, to have the number 4 selling jersey, and you've not been able to do it. And she has, and it's automatic resentment. Like, I mean, like this.
All right, but what's...
Khalil, this looks like the bench production. You didn't get a lot of it in this game here. Talk about what they need to do going forward.
You said what?
The bench. Not score a lot in this game here, give you a lot of production. What do you have to do?
I mean, America has fallen in love with Caitlin Clark for just being able to understand her.
In the next few games to help you guys most likely get to the next level.
What does the bench have to do?
Yes.
What did you...
I was saying that the bench didn't give a lot of production today in this game here. What do they got to do to help you all out as what they did in the previous game?
What they got to do? What they do last game? That's a real question? You for real?
No, what I'm asking is just really trying to get an idea of what they need to do.
So what the bench do the last game?
They actually played well. They played well.
So what they do this game?
Today they didn't do well this game.
Okay, so what they got to do? Score, right? Yep. All right, bet. That's it, right? Yep. That's the dumb question.
Whew.
That's.
I think did she make the Olympic team?
Yep.
I mean, she might be a baller. I'm not gonna act like I know anything about her, but
she made it.
That's not a good press conference.
No.
She made it. How about this press conference right here?
You know,
hey, you know what, Caitlin Clark, you didn't make the Olympics. You didn't make it. What do you think about it? What's your thoughts on it?
I'm going to be rooting them on to win gold. I was a kid that grew up watching the Olympics, so yeah, it'll be fun to watch them.
What was your level of disappointment not hearing your name on the roster?
Honestly, no disappointment. Like, I think it just gives you something to work for. It's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there, and I think it's just a little more motivation. We remember that, and hopefully in 4 years, when 4 years comes back around, I can be there.
Did you have a direct conversation with the managing director or whomever's over there at USAB recently?
Yeah, they called me and let me know, and before everything came out, which was really respectful.
Hey, USA Basketball, Caitlin, you're not making it, okay? Perfect, thanks.
Them, and I appreciated that, and they did the same for every girl that.
But I guess you don't want to sell out, arenas, and you don't want to sell any merchandise, and you don't want, you want 4,400 people to go to the Paris games, and we could have 14,000. I guess you really don't. I guess you don't have a Tom Bean counting the money back there in the back now, do you? Because the team that you got's only going to make a certain amount, and it ain't going to be a lot. Bitches. Did somebody bell me? I think they did. I think I'm late.
You got belled.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
Man, a lot of people thought she was just going to fade away after college.
What's that?
A lot of people thought she was going to just fade away after college.
No, bitch is fucking the best there ever. She's the best there ever was. She's the Larry Bird.
I mean, she'll be starting in 4 years. She'll be I
mean, she's already throwing in 17 as a rookie.
Yeah, she's doing good. She's fine.
If you watch girls basketball, you realize how much they suck. They're horrible.
Well, they don't have the physical gifts that the men do. I mean, it's a different game. And look, you know.
What up, Shannon? I'm good.
She's playing against, the best.
Right, she was playing against some
They're so damn important.
The quality of the competition in the WNBA compared to what she was playing in college and the speed of the game is dramatically different. She's learning. Again, we talked about this the last time I was here, with, Michael Jordan's first game, scoring 14 points, and Larry Bird, you gotta get acclimated. You don't just come in and be the best player in the league right out of the blocks. You got to learn the speed of the game. It's a different animal, man.
People like to say, Christian Laettner was on the dream team.
Right. Well, look, I would put her on.
Fuck yeah!
Or
make some money.
The Olympic team, but it isn't about money. The Olympics aren't about money. There is no money to make. Ain't nobody making any money. France, maybe.
Are they making money though?
Probably not. What they're going to spend to develop the venues to do it. It's a losing proposition for a country to show off their country, to try to get more people to come to your country. It's advertising.
Yeah, look at Greece and Brazil.
Yeah, it's advertising. She does a lot for the game. She brings a lot of media and awareness that other players don't. And I think that's good for the Olympics and women's basketball at the Olympics. I think if Caitlin Clark goes, more people will watch women's basketball at the Olympics. More kids will potentially decide to, play basketball because they'll see women's basketball. I think without Caitlin Clark, the interest is going to be much lower.
Yeah, it's not going to be anywhere near what it probably would have been.
Right, it's not going to be anywhere near it.
NBC is probably very pissed off about it. And their ratings, but everyone just tunes into the Olympics anyhow.
Right, people will watch it.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be, must-see TV, if it's at, crazy hours, where if Caitlin Clark was playing, more people would watch it. It's just a fact. She drives eyeballs right now.
Yeah.
I said the good news is it's one less event I have to watch during the Olympics.
Right, that's what people will say. They won't watch it, they'll watch something else.
But they also, I have won, I guess, a bunch of gold medals in a row, I guess.
They've won every one of them.
Yeah, they're pretty locked in.
Is it 3-on-3?
No.
3-on-3?
No, this isn't Big Ice Cube's league.
Big Three?
Yeah. I think Big Three is actually coming to Tampa, I saw.
It is, on the 22nd.
Yeah, me and Lummy are fucking playing.
We're skipping the Tarpons game and going straight there.
And the under 60 IQ league.
We dominate.
Oh, it's on the 22nd?
Yeah.
I feel like they
Drunk Kim says Tom Bean is Radio Gold, $100.
Oh, wow.
Drunk Kim.
Tom Bean is Radio Gold. Hashtag tips.
Dude, Kim's been making it rain.
Tom, that would be cool if we could somehow legally, through correct accounting, say that those were tips.
Tips are taxable income. I don't know what you.
No, not motherfucker. Donald Trump's making it.
I'm just chilling, redneck.
Yeah. When the law changes.
So what if Hulk Hogan banged his wife? And that's bad? You would have too if your best friend was the greatest wrestler of all time. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
So, Lummy, the protocol today will be after the show, I'm going to walk Tom out because I got something to ask him. And while I'm walking Tom out, you guys, do your end of the show, wrap up, send to the stream guy, all the things you guys do, right?
Yeah.
How long do you need? Like 10, 15 minutes?
Get 10 minutes.
And then you and I can tape the belt deal.
Perfect.
And then be done with it.
Seth, as you brought out, and we are so very, very excited. And
Rob Green, $50.
by the way,
And Neil Mount was there, $50. Tom Bean cash.
Drunk Kim says Tom Bean is radio gold. #tips. $100 in the PayPal. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. We're calling tips. So when Donald Trump, even though Tom Bean says it may not happen, when Donald Trump says you no longer have to pay taxes on tips, we got us tips.
You're getting ahead of it.
Brittany Grimer, is it Griner or Grimer?
Griner with an N.
I like to call her with an M.
You go ahead and do it, bad boy.
Hey, Brittany Grimer. Is that Brittany Grimer's back? She's got the back of a man.
It does look extra. It does look
I
very
swear
wide.
to God, Macho Man's probably envious of that back. Look at that thing.
No way.
My Lord.
It is manly looking, though.
She made the Olympic team, too. But
well,
obviously.
Isn't she 6'9"?
Oh, yeah. She's big.
6'9", been to president in Russia. Yeah. She deserves to be on the team, poor little thing. Anyway, her wife, now is she, okay, she's married to this woman, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, within this marriage, do you think, and I'm not trying to be like any something which way or not, like I'm very pro-gay, I'm very pro these two women being together, but do you think that she takes the role of the man and the other woman takes the role of the woman?
What do you think?
One would think, right? And is it okay for us to say that?
It could be the greatest. It could be the greatest reversal of all time, though. If it was reversed, if it reversed roles.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. So anyway, when a couple like Brittany Grimer and her wife become pregnant, do they use like the wife's egg? And then, see, really, Brittany Grimer ain't got much to do with it because she can't produce sperm. So they probably have to go to a fertility doctor and get like, a guy like Tuttle that masturbated into a test tube for $75, and they go get some sperm. Or do you think, Tom? Do you think when you're this high level of an athlete, like maybe you have a male friend of yours that's like super in shape and like super good looking, and you ask to use his sperm? Like, which sperm do you think that they're getting?
Oh, I think it's a personal choice. I mean, who knows? I couldn't speculate.
Tom didn't say nothing there. I'm in the business of speculation. So, Lummy, this is how Tom Bean may not tell you his opinion, but this is strictly my opinion. Is that I think that they went to like an Arizona, Cardinal guy or something like that, like a big thick linebacker, and said, "Hey, listen, buddy." They'll have their Regina Hunter draw up some real important paperwork saying if we can use your sperm, but you have no parental rights to this kid, you don't have to send us a support check. Like, you don't even have to ever see this kid. This is our baby. We don't want you to see the kid, but we'd like to have your 6'4", 254-pound African American sperm. I'm just saying, they didn't. I guarantee you, they didn't go get sperm from a white guy.
Well, Bubba, they might have known somebody, or they might have gone to the sperm bank and then they
got Tuttle sperm.
Well, no, they've got backgrounds on people, and it tells you all about it, and you're like, okay, I'll take that. But I will say this:
is it a menu? Like, listen, sperm number one's worth $10,000, and that's an affluent businessman that was Ivy League, and
I have experience. I'm telling you, when Phoebe and I referenced that we had 4 second trimester losses while we were trying to have our baby, we explored adoption, and then we asked our friend,
like a fertility deal.
Yes, and then we asked our friend if she would carry a baby for us.
You did?
Yes.
I think Jeannie Tate does that. And is that the surrogate? Is that what they call surrogate?
Yes, I believe so.
Surrogate.
Now, at that point, do they use Phoebe's eggs and your sperm?
That's what they would have done, yes.
And they implant it into a woman to carry your sperm and Phoebe's eggs.
Yes.
And she carries them so very carefully to hope to not upset the apple cart, and a baby develops with no complications.
Yes.
Okay. Now, that's one thing.
Our friend said no, by the way.
But your friend said no?
Our friend said no, yes.
Now, were you going to pay him?
We never even got that far. It was just, it took a lot to even ask her,
Well, I know people in this game. I know people in this game too, and it's, Tom, you might know, but it's very expensive. Like, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars, I think.
I don't think it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's not inexpensive.
It's tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do. It's tens of thousands of dollars because I know a guy.
Okay, well, why are you asking me then?
Well, because I need you to validate me.
I did validate
you. Never do
you.
validate. No, I said 100,000 and you went.
I don't know. Here, let's ask. Ask
Alexa. Alexa, how much does it cost for a surrogate mom?
Sorry, I don't know that.
She didn't even know it. So, Lummy, listen to this. What I'm saying is, I think affluent people like Brittany Griner and her wife.
According to this, it ranges from 150 to 200,000.
Ha! Tom, I just dropped the mic on you, bitch.
I said I didn't know.
I said hundreds of thousands, and you said, I don't think it's that much. I think it's tens of thousands. That's what you said. God forbid you have to take a L. God forbid.
I said I don't know.
Well, I did. I was correct, Lummy.
Yes, you were.
So, Lummy, I think you can go down there to the local, sperm place and say, hey, listen, I'd like to have some background on this, and you get like some Tuttle sperm for like, $7,500. Or you could go out and get some who's the middle linebacker for for the Bucks, number 54, the white guy.
Levante David.
The black guy that's been playing for 12 years?
I mean, I'm sorry, Levante David.
Yeah.
You could go get some, if you're an African-American couple, you have to have, some Gerald McCoy sperm or something like that. You can't get John Jaravicious sperm.
I know we're still loosely talking about basketball here, but rest in peace to Jerry West, the logo.
Oh, did he die?
He did at 86 years old.
Oh, now they can change it to Jordan.
They should. Are they going to make it a jump man?
No, but
it'd be great, man. It'd be great for my Fat Man Dunks logo.
Now they're never going to change it, but this would be the only time now when everybody's distracted.
So I'm thinking Brittany Griner. They went, Lummy, to somebody they either knew that it's in very good shape, has some very good, maybe athletic or just really healthy genes, African American, and he.
Why are you so convinced that they want a muscular African American child?
Well, what? Look at him. What else do you think they want?
I don't know.
You think they want a ginger?
I don't know what's going on.
You think they want a guy who looks like Rhett?
Do you think you know what Brittany Griner wants?
Yeah. She wants a hot, mocha-colored, red-boned African-American son.
And that's what her wife wants too?
Yes. They want about a 7-footer that can shoot from the perimeter.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
All right.
That's right.
They want a little Wembanyama is what they want. They want a little Wembanyama, and he's perfectly toned. You know what I'm saying? He's got a great complexion.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, he is. He's perfectly toned.
Yeah, he's got a great tone.
In fact, if I was Brittany Griner, that would have been my first choice. It'd be like, hey, Webb, can we get some of your sperms?
Wow.
Because my wife wants to, we want to put your sperm. So this kid, unless they use one of Brittany Griner's eggs, this kid has nothing to do with its dad. Brittany Griner. I mean, like physically, you are not genetically linked to your father at all. Right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are in that situation.
I'm okay with it. I'm glad. You know what? I think everybody's got me all wrong. I'm very happy for Brittany Griner and their wife.
What if they want to have a little Larry Bird, Bubba?
Yeah, that's true.
Then you get Caitlin Clark knocked up with Dirk Nowitzki. Okay? You get Caitlin Clark knocked up with who's that big white guy on the Mavericks?
Oh, Luka.
Yeah, you get Caitlin Clark and Luka together. Can you imagine the protege? Oh my God.
I mean, that would be
that would be great, would it not?
It would be a hell of a player.
I like to end the show, Lummy, with Joe Biden, our lovely president. He likes to do a lot of press conferences. He's a very clear speaker.
You're so damn important. We need you. We need you to overcome the unrelenting opposition of the gun lobby, gun manufacturers, so many politicians when they oppose common sense gun legislation. I used to be when I was no longer the vice president, I became a professor at the University of
By the way, they're saying that he was never a professor that taught. They're saying these are all lies.
Pennsylvania. Before that, I taught a constitutional law class, and so I taught the Second Amendment.
Listen, claims he was a professor at UPenn, which never happened. claims he taught constitutional law class on the Second Amendment, which he never did. Says that you couldn't own a cannon when the Second Amendment was implemented, which I guess you could. And ends by failing miserably to say the phrase, "The tree of liberty is watered down with blood of patriots."
So this guy can't get his canon fact straight now. That's when you know it's time to go.
There's never been a time that says you can own anything you want. You couldn't own a cannon during the Civil War.
And I think you could.
No, I'm serious. Think about it.
And he gets a pop out of it.
How many times have you heard this phrase? The blood of liberty. Wash your dough. Give me a break.
Give me a break on what you're trying to say.
No, I mean it. Seriously.
Did you guys see?
He seems to do better improving than just doing, speeches.
So here's my final clip of the day. So this is the Juneteenth celebration at the White House, and you got Kamala Harris here, and I know you have this African American man here who seems very excited and has a lot of rhythm. And this woman here, she's excited. And well, listen, let me just tell you, every person in this picture has some sort of rhythmic, like they can go with the beat.
Well, you know what happened?
No, I don't.
He 100% crapped his pants.
Well, we'll see here. So Jill's nowhere to be found. Usually she's kind of his handler. Now, even this white guy. I mean,
that's Mr. Harris.
Okay. That's Kamala's. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
the first
so
man
being
or whatever.
married to an African American, a light skinned African American woman means you're going to have a little rhythm too, just by proxy.
He has no rhythm.
Just like Tom. His wife's a lawyer. Tom's practically a lawyer because his wife's one. Well, I want you to watch now. Everybody in this picture has a little. They can kind of catch the beat a little bit. Listen, you and me probably aren't the best dancers, but we could maybe even Tom's stiff buttoned-up bean could probably catch a beat a little bit. Okay.
I think he could cut the rug.
I don't know about cutting the rug, but I'm sure he could at least keep up with the beat, nonetheless. Okay. Yeah. Watch Joe. This is so funny. Watch Joe. Just look at him. Look at everybody's having a good old time. Look. One more time, come on.
How about that guy in the dress?
Yeah, now look. How about this dude? How about Stevie Wonder in a dress? I love him.
Oh man,
watch Joe. Joe's like, look at the shiny object, Joe. Just look at this.
I don't want to love nobody but you.
What do you think's going through his head right now?
He just crapped his pants.
I just pooped my pants.
I know that look anywhere.
Hey, lately, the old Tom, you and I are the same age. You're actually a year older than me. Have you been sharding lately a little bit? Like sometimes my farts, Tom. Listen, you're my friend, my best friend. Lummy, did you see the 100?
Mike Ebby, $100. Tom Bean reached the highest level 50. You reached level 50, Tom?
Have you reached level 50, Tom?
Yes.
Did you make 50 your bitch years ago?
Not years ago, but
I mean, would you feel comfortable with telling us publicly what level you're on?
50. That's the top. You can't.
That's it, the highest level.
Oh, you can't go any higher.
No.
So listen, Tom, you're like one of my best friends. I talk to you about personal things, and lately, like about once a month, I'll fart, and it ends up not being a fart. It ends up being like full blown. Like diarrhea, and I poop my pants, and I have to go immediately to the bathroom and use my bidet.
That sucks for you.
Have you not experienced that?
No.
Do you have to wear glasses when you drive at night, or do you have contacts?
Well, I prefer I wear glasses.
Me too. Okay. Do you got to wear glasses to read?
No.
Me either.
Oh, there you go. Just poop your pants.
But you don't poop your pants.
No, I'll get you some Depends.
I don't need any, bud. But I do poop my pants once a month.
Sounds like you do.
I don't. I'm not going to wear Depends every day for pooping my pants once a month, Tom.
Okay.
What do you do on the skid steer?
Yeah, by the way, I did poop it on the skid steer one time. Tom doesn't know about it. What is it, Joe, look at Joe.
George Floyd's brother had to help him out.
Is that George Floyd's brother?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. He's got to get all the camera time he can.
This is why I awarded the Medal of Freedom to Miss Oprah Lee as well. the grandmother of Juneteenth.
Oh, he's tired.
She knows so long as she was denied.
What? What?
What are they doing to this guy, man?
Tom, if you were his handler, like you're my handler, and would you just be like, stop? Just we're not going to put you up in public a lot. Like we gotta get.
It's not one person that's controlling him, Bubba. But
Somebody
I don't know
needs
what
to.
I don't know what.
Some Tom B needs to step in and say we need to keep Joe off camera as much as we can, and certainly off script.
Her decades-long march brought her here to the White House when she stood by my side as I signed the Juneteenth federal holiday.
Dude, I mean, I wouldn't hire him for Publix right now.
The Walmart
Hire
greeter.
him for Joe would be a great Walmart greeter. You know what? You know what I want Joe to do? I want Joe to be the guy that has to check your receipt on the way out, and that's where they, in case you stole something or not, you're supposed to catch it. Joe wouldn't catch nothing.
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian Lummet,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council,
co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council,
Rhett, the filthy ginger video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I repent.